Live for North versus Sydney. As you can see, which team I support. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are watching this later, welcome. Thank you so much. Let's get this game on the road. 9:29. I'm early. That's incredible. I'm early for my stream. Hello. Hello. Oh, they got McDonald's and Minecraft in Australia as well. Look, crazy. They're really trying to push this film. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Who's here already? I want to know. Hello, Mandy. Welcome. Hello. Nice to have you. Now let's bring this a bit closer. There you go. Microphone's a bit closer. Hi, Kev. I'm okay. I'm pretty good. It's the Easter holidays now, so I've got a little bit of time. I'm off to Montenegro tomorrow very early, so I need an early night. Hi, Go Bloods. Hello, mate. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Hope everyone else is doing well. A nice Saturday. Nice relaxed Saturday today, actually. Thank God for that. Makes a change. Boom, 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 boom. Debut for Matt Whitlock. We need a win. I want to win. I hope everyone else. How is everyone else doing? That's the question. Don't worry about me. How's everyone else doing? This is where I get. This is the opportunity I get where I get to watch football, and also say hello to you guys. Obviously, I don't do many Australian videos anymore, so this is my chance to connect with you guys, which is what I love. Tough game tonight. Anything could happen. Yeah, North. They've had one result, and they are trying. They are certainly doing better than they did last year, didn't they? Or are they? Which is a little bit more impressive. The problem is with Swans, you don't know what we're going to get. I said Papley, I think, is out, as discussed in my prediction video. So I don't know. It's hard to tell what Sydney team's turning up at the moment. I can say, well, Kev, mate. Oh no, Go Bloods, mate. Oh no, it is Kev. Kev, yeah. Well, Panthers lost as well. It's absolutely bizarre. I'm literally 1 in 5. It's insane. Eels beat Dragons. That's shocking. Roosters lost to Rabbitohs. Panthers lost to Cowboys. Sharks lost to Raiders. It's a mess. It's an absolute bloodbath in the NRL. On a plus side, I'm doing better in the AFL. And I'm glad that Richmond caught up a little bit to Brisbane, because that got me a close score as well. The problem is all the ones that I've picked are the ones that everyone else has picked. I'm literally doing all right and I've not moved up. Painful. God. Mandy, I'm so happy Cats won yesterday, and if the Swannies win tonight, I'm 2 for 2. Good. Excellent. Hi, Falling. Hello, mate. I feel better if the Lions didn't take the foot off when 50 up. Yeah, see, I had them to win by 18, so I got a close score as well. Which movies? What movies trash? Who else? Is there anyone else doing a live? Is there anyone else? Let's see. Riles is doing it as well. And Fantasy... Who is Fantasy Fanatics with a lot? He's got 61 people watching. Jesus, who is he? I've never heard of him before. Interesting. Very interesting. Right, we're about to start. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We need a busy chat today. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Game is on with a start. Brodie Grundy with the first touch, which is, let's hope he gets plenty more of them. Oh, feisty. Jesus Christ. Hi, Armageddons. That is bloody feisty from North. God. Oh, man. I think North, give them a few more years and they will be up there challenging. I do think they're going to be up there challenging. But not quite yet.
LDU's going to try and get on the back of Heaney to try and break that tag.
Yes, a little bit of ring a rosy at the moment. They're all trying to sort themselves out. It's a fun watch. It's making me dizzy.
He literally got a free kick for doing nothing. The old North player just standing there. It is Yin. Hello, Yin. Yeah, well, what did I do Swans by? I'm trying to think what I did Swans by now. I did Swans to win, obviously. I did Swans by 12, so that does suggest that even I thought it might be close. Yeah. Falling says, did you hear two idiots brought guns to the footy on Thursday night game? Oh, Jesus Christ, I hope they were arrested and locked up, bloody idiots. I didn't hear that, though. Grundy, Heaney and Warner need to step up tonight. Well, without Papley, I'd like Amati. I had a comment after, I think it was after this week's prediction or last week's prediction where I moaned about Amati. And someone was like, oh, well, it just shows he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, Amati, blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, my God. My point with Amati, I think, is valid. And I make the points pretty clear. He is not good enough. He's not strong enough. He's not that target man. His kicking isn't good enough. So you can't rely on him. When he really should be one of the main goal scorers, he's not. Good steal by North. Isaac Heaney was looking behind him. Take him down. Take him down. Big ball into Sydney 50. McCartin. Woohoo! No, see, I'm glad other people think so as well. I'm glad. Go Bloods. He isn't good enough. Stick him in the VFL. Scruffy says, might be a high-scoring game, close in the end. Not sure who is going to win, as I think both are pretty equal this season. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't tell me North are equal to Swans. They're getting there, but not quite. Not quite. Swans should win, but yeah, possibly a close one. What? See, that's ridiculous, Mandy. That's ridiculous. If it's a live game, it should be on live. Ridiculous. Well, you can sort of watch it in the corner of my on the corner of my stream. That's the biggest I can probably get it without it being hit with copyright.
Grundy, both missed it, fell to Florent. Hammers it inside 50. Amati gets up. Logue with the fist. McLean decides.
Come on.
Handed it over to
Heaney!
And he bends it too far.
No.
That's Corey.
Too much swing on that.
That's Sheasel's opponent on that occasion. He came with Daniel
If you haven't already, guys, please do hit that like button down below. I always say I don't know if it makes any difference, but it might do. You never know.
Here is Sheasel. Howe provides the short option. Robot
Yeah, I completely agree, Scruffy. Yeah, I completely agree. They're not a bottom of the table team anymore. And I'm not saying they're not near the bottom, but I'm not predicting them. I don't know. I think the lowest they may end up is 14th, but I don't think they're making top 8. So I think anywhere between top 8 and 14th.
Want to get into the hands of Sheasel. Sitting back to half-back to allow his possessions to be more damaging. Chip to McDonald, and they might actually damage here. So, McKercher normally hits a target. Gee, he went for the chest mark there, Larky. Normally sticks his hands out. It was difficult height maybe for hands up, hands
Oh, thanks, Kev.
wins for Tom McCartan, intercept mark, and then on a hard lead gets a hand
Just got
on
the
left
notification.
side,
Thank you.
fullback.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's really kind of you. I will... Don't worry, I will have one. It's a bit early at the moment, but I will have one. I'm going to Montenegro tomorrow, so alcohol shall be consumed.
Powerfully built Griffin Logue.
My pleasure. Thank you, Mandy. If they make it into the top 10, that's a big success for them. Otherwise, I see them around maybe 12th. Yeah, very similar to what I'm saying. They are certainly progressing. Unlike teams like West Coast who are not progressing. North, I've said this for the last couple of years. Sometimes you just really want to tip them to win because they're plucky. They really try hard. But sometimes it's quite difficult. But this year, they're certainly looking like they're developing. Can we start with the first goal? Hayward, come on, Hayward. Come on, mate.
Directly in front. Opener for the Swans.
Come on. Let's go, Sydney. Get in there. Good start. I say 7-0.
That's just an unforced error there. So Luke Parker, experienced player, needs to do a better job there. We know the umpires are red hot on this, on the 15-metre kick, so you just need to get rid of that. It was good awareness there by James Jordan. Well done.
Chad Warner just letting him know. So,
Yeah, well, Hawthorn were an interesting one, weren't they? Because they did actually all of a sudden show that progression last year, which was kind of out of the blue. They didn't start off very well, and then all of a sudden, boom, they started win near the end of the season. But I said North just show that they are plucky, and that's probably the best word that I've got for it. But over the last couple of years, they've been plucky, but not been able to actually... They've not actually been able to progress further than that. They've not been able to get the results. And they sort of tire off at the end. And so, yeah.
Not as dominant with his possessions as he would like to.
Nice.
Lloyd in the right spot at the right time.
What's... I know Papley's not playing. What's his injury? Let's have a look.
With his first possession, unfortunately turned
What
away.
is his actual injury and how long is he out for? I did check when I did the video, the prediction video, but I can't remember what it was now. Melbourne have got quite a few out. Port have got quite a few out. Richmond have got a lot of players out. Saints have got a lot of players out. Papley with his foot to be confirmed. Aaron Goulden out. Justin McCartan.
the reason he's so upset, concerned, is that he made a
I think-
magnificent lead. His own 20 metres in.
Sydney, looking at injuries, we've obviously got Taylor Adams out 4 to 6 weeks.
2 years and they didn't give him a game.
Would like him back, and obviously Goulden, he's going to be out for ages until about round 15. McCartan is obviously suspended. Callum Mills, Tom Papley, both them are to TBC. Yeah,
Chad Warner.
we've certainly got some decent players to come back for Sydney, which is definitely a bonus.
Hayward wants it back.
So we just have to weather the storm of certain injuries and suspensions at the moment.
They got
Oh, geez, that's a poor kick.
Too short. Went to Scott. To McDonald. He launches toward half forward.
I know, that's what... How often do I keep saying that, Scruffy? I keep saying that. Like, almost every week, North get a decent scoreline, and that would sometimes... Well, that would quite often be enough to win the game. And they're not winning the game. Whereas, you know, most teams would mostly be happy. West Coast would be happy to get scorelines like that.
Great opportunities on turnover, just haven't been able to hit the scoreboard.
Bice lateral to Lloyd. 30-metre chip is effective. Into the hands of Braden Campbell. The leads come.
Look for the space. Look for the space.
Calling for a deep. Just takes a bit off into the pocket.
Nice, nice. Into the pocket.
So Laddams has taken Comben, who's been the intercept marking.
I don't think he's going to go for goal here, is he? Surely not.
Straight to the goal square to get him away from the 30 to 50 area where he's dominated. He's in the goal square at the moment.
Two-time BNF winner. The eyes were darting. Going to be right on distance.
I don't think he's going to go for goal, surely.
43
He does. He is eyeing up the goal, but I don't think he's going to make it, is he?
Takes the extra yardage.
No, no, no.
Never looked comfortable from 50.
Never look right. No, I literally said that, and then the commentator basically says similar. Did not look right there. Don't be stupid. Looking at these bloody replays, and you think, stop being idiots. You don't want more bloody suspensions.
So they're trying to get it to the free side if they can. Commons on his own, but they go to Core instead. They've also got Whitlock on his own if they want to launch it, but they stick to that fat side instead. Simpkin knocks it to ground. Swans have blocked.
Well, Swans have mostly had the possession in this game so far, but we've got to convert. It's only 8-0. It's not very high scoring so far. We're on 12 minutes 30. It is not high scoring so far, but we've had possession. We've then got to do... We've got to convert possession. Possession does not win games. We've really got to start scoring.
Hurried clearing kick only as far as Wicks.
Oh, nice, Scruffy. Nice. What's your team name? Yes! Get in there. Get in. Yeah, what's your team name, Scruffy? Who are you playing for?
So the ball can't get out of the defensive 50 or defensive half for the Kangaroos. One of the problems was, and Dwayne identified it really well, they are set up for the...
That's what we want. A little break through the middle. Bang. Confidence.
By sheer weight of numbers, you're going to an outnumber. So they went down the line to an outnumber. Ball comes back in. The finish from Florin outstanding. So he's spending a lot more time through the middle of the ground.
That was a decent goal.
64% game time on the wing. Ollie Florent. Now he's played essentially as a half-back in recent years. So up the ground, a bit more creative, nice finish.
Great kick by Wicks too, wasn't it? Cross in. That was fantastic.
Yeah, so Wicks has essentially taken his spot.
Bayswater Blues. Nice. Well done.
And the ball up. Grundy lays a strong tackle. So
we've seen those high halfbacks in the competition this year.
Ball up. Come on, Grundy.
Halfback goes, but they're really forward half players. Sam Wicks probably doing the same thing. He's up on the back of Simpkin. You look at this, that stop.
We're playing on. We're playing on. Sydney playing on. Into the North fifth. Oh, nice. Pressure behind him. Decent, Mark. A nice advantage.
Differential between he and Grundy.
That's an extraordinary mark, Dwayne. That's a high leaping chest mark from Will Hayward in the end. I think he just got up that high in the end.
I said I did Dolphins by 4, Kev. And so at least I kept the result, but it's crazy. The funny thing is, in the Eels-Dragons game, I get a half a point for a close score, even though I got it wrong. Get in. Nice. I like it when we're leading and we're not chasing the game.
They've only been inside 52 times. That's the issue for it. So this is the problem sometimes when you go with a ruck.
What a sneaky little play on. Look at this. North weren't paying any attention on that. Oh. On that advantage, North were not. They were too busy complaining.
Fantastic start for Dean Cox's men.
So it's looking positive. This is looking positive so far. Welcome if any lurkers, let me know
Late in yesterday.
Let me know where you are, who you are. 28
debut.
odd people in here, so let me know who you are.
Laddams.
I will say hello.
Around. Darling tried to get to Simpkin.
Ball up.
Yeah, it's certainly a challenge too for Jack Darling because he wouldn't have played much time in the ruck probably since junior footy goes. Didn't do it for West Coast.
He's outsized by Laddams.
Yeah. Last week he was challenged too by Riley O'Brien.
4-zip out of the middle. This is an issue for the Kangas.
Rowbottom sends it deep. The clean comes. Amati land on his chest.
Hello,
Goes to
Crit
ground.
Gamer.
Tucker,
Critty Gamer.
bit of speed.
Pretty Gamer.
Hurry clearing
Crows
ball
were robbed.
towards
Well, they
the
weren't
front.
robbed. They
Stands
just
does
didn't
well.
score more goals than the other team.
Cleary.
However, it has screwed me over.
Is Tom Hanley.
1 point. I'll have to watch the end of that game.
It's hard for North Melbourne at the moment because when they look up,
Costandy
took
goes.
the legs out a little bit there.
Well, I don't think they'll fail to score. However, this first, just over 9 minutes,
Taking out all the options. So
North have done absolutely nothing. We were bigging them up just now as well. But North have done absolutely nothing. And so,
Spins out of a bind.
yeah, they're making life easy. 20-0 up at the moment for Swans.
And the leader, Curtis, this looks positive.
We've just got to push.
Daniel, Sheasel wreaking havoc.
Are North going to get their first attempt at goal? Are they going to get their first attempt? It's wide. It's not the greatest of kicks. That's a poor kick.
First time they've been able to go the
Poor
distance
kick
one end of the ground
into
to
the
other
50.
way, and Brownie put some chains together and then they miss kick. It'd be frustrating.
Wasted.
Half now. They had to lock it down.
The thing is, if things go the same as it is at the moment,
100% efficiency.
It's their opportunity. Strong stoppage team. North.
there's not
Adams grabs it
going to
off
be
the
many chances for North. They have to make the most of their chances, don't they?
Paul's got a bit of
And if they do a
confidence.
wasteful kick in the 50,
The former Docker
they're going to ruin their chances.
and Stevens.
Because Swans mostly look pretty good in defence at the moment, although they haven't been really challenged. So, yeah.
Space forward the ball. Stevens elects to go long. Shallow entry. Darling will stay down. Zips out to Parker.
They're outside Swans. Good tackle. That was meaty.
Handball from Luke Parker. I know they're trying to share it.
That was nice.
Giving it
Ball
the
up.
eyes essentially forward. He gives it to someone with their back to the goals.
Push Sheasel up around the ball here as well to try and get a clearance. And he lays a tackle here.
No, Critter Gamer, that's what we've been saying, mate, in the conversation. Oh, that's
Second tackler. Parker
a decent cut on his
takes
cheek.
off and slams it
They
long.
get having a chance. He's not made it, has he?
Free kick, hold, North ball.
For fuck's sake. Whole
1,000 turned up.
Yeah, challenge it
Well,
to the goal square. This
North
is,
should get on the board here now.
Luke Parker's MO on that time is just to go and go long and hard and wasn't going to be trying to be too cute with it. And,
Huh. Well,
sure he's not.
it would be amusing if he misses, but I don't think he will.
Goals against Adelaide, 3 against the
No, easy enough.
He's been
There's North on the board. They are on the board.
You needed that one. It was good. They lost the ruck contest.
Scruffy, just remembered that last weekend Hawthorn GWS. Hawthorn barely scored in the first quarter and ended up winning the game. Yeah, yes. GWS were miles ahead, weren't they, in the first quarter, and it fell apart for them. Really fell apart for them.
Small forwards in the competition.
So where's the holding?
This season, just the grab there by Tommy McCartan, who was conscious of Nick Larkin.
Get a grip. Get a grip.
Judges, there are good judges around who tell you that this guy's on. He's right there. He's right there, Paul Curtis. And
X Factor, Gary, is what he's got.
all of that. Yeah, he saw the.
Has he got the X factor? Has he, though?
Sometimes they're not. And that occasionally did a bit of blood rule here for James Rowan.
Not sure if he does have the X factor.
So a goal just to calm things down for the Roo boys after giving up the first 3. Hayward's already kicked a couple. LDU just powers his way out of the middle. North fans will be happy with that. Pushing and shoving over there. Constanti goes to ground. He should get the
he got him.
And he's powered him.
Oh, 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 oh.
He's up against his own teammate.
Jesus.
He's got the angry pills tonight, hasn't he?
He's a powder keg.
We have had some meaty challenges, haven't we? We've had some big challenges so far in this game. They must think it's bloody NRL or something at this rate.
He's not real fussed at who he hands it out to either.
So what did they get a free for?
Into the pocket.
So bloody ridiculous.
Dangerous Curtis.
I don't know what they got a free for there.
You don't necessarily like all your teammates. So is he settling scores, Gary? He might be running around just picking blokes.
In my opinion, some strange decisions from the umpires so far.
Scramble. Parker didn't quite strike that as well as he would have liked. Darling didn't quite have the strength.
Come on, keep them away, keep them away.
Holding the ball. Had enough
Oh, come on. Pushing the back.
to take it full back for the Swans, but they've got a game now. Oh, Larky got there. Cut it off.
Jesus.
Darling meeting the sandwich and they'll reset the ball up.
There's a problem last year for Sydney as well. Even though they made it to the grand final, those defensive turnovers, those almost unforced error kicks out of the...
At least the crowd are going to be bloody loving this, aren't they? The audience are loving this.
Constante was the chap that was involved with the
Some
rest of the
absolutely
postseason
huge
when he,
tackles going in.
he's,
No wonder they got rid of him.
he's a loose cannon. Look out.
The Kangaroos have ramped this up here. They just have really, last 5 minutes, just put some pressure on Sydney. Sydney can't exit. They're back 50 at the minute.
Sherry down to Parker.
Keep them away, keep them away, keep them away.
A little bit of room to move.
Wee! Not even... Oh, Jesus.
Darling Parker against his
Oh!
you'll love that, Lukey Parker.
Luke Parker.
Now in blue and white, and the Kangaroos are on the way back.
It's like he's kicked his first ever goal. Look at him. Look at him come for him. Look
Yeah.
at Parker. Great call, Howie. And then right in
Hi,
front,
Mark.
he's gone straight
Mask
to Warren
McGee.
first.
Hello.
Have a little bit of that in front of the North Melbourne faithful. So
It's made up for the mistake earlier where he gave up that tackle, Gaz, and it was a free shot of goal in front for Sydney. So
Well, it's certainly been an interesting quarter so far.
Apple Watcher said loud environment sound level hit 90 decibels. So there you go.
Was that me or the crowd?
Yeah, I just seen your comment, Kev. His falling down was assisted.
When you go up against your old team and his ability to get one around the corner here is first rate. This is a reward for effort. So they're just a little bit off the pace in those first 5 or 10 minutes. Couldn't get their hands on it. Now they've ramped some pressure up, and there you go.
Go back to Larky, Gaz. It was a little intercept that kept the ball in there.
That's the thing.
free.
2 moons. You got to identify when you got.
Wee.
He did. He was awake and aware.
big clash there in the centre, Cherry and Grundy. Grundy hasn't had the best start of the season.
Cherry sends it long. Larky comes at it and out by McCartan. Brilliant grab.
Also, has everyone seen Sydney's gather round top? It looks well, I say who designed it. It wasn't really seem to be designed, did it? It was plain white with the harbour bridge. It just, they really do need to make some new regular tops and things and just a bit more interesting. Like, it's shocking, the new gather round top for Swans.
Grundy needs to make a better fist of that.
He did look to switch it, but sticks to that side of the ground.
Oh,
Big fist of Rampy. Kind of missed it. It skinned his knuckles. Umpire calls for it.
Clearance numbers 11-5 in favour of North Melbourne.
Grundy with a slap down. Heaney trying
come
to
on, Swans. 12:20 at the moment to Swans. We've got 6:35 left on the clock. Putting them under pressure, yeah, take them down.
Going nowhere, but it's a good contest to watch right now.
10 for Sheasel, 7 for Parker, 6 for Lloyd. And the disposal count, there's another one for Parker. Daniel, an 11th for Sheasel. Whitlock fashions a kick but turns over to Lloyd.
Sherry down at the moment. Umpire's going to stop play as they try and sort him out. They don't want this man off. The clearance situation is very much in their favour. 12-6 to the Kangaroos and 4-zip from centre bounce. So,
Well, yeah. So that is an interesting thing, isn't it? Now, I know in football, they used to do kind of new tops, new kits every couple of years. Now it's like every year, obviously to try and make bloody money. But like, surely it would make sense for AFL teams to actually design new kits every even couple of years. One, it's a financial thing. Also, it's a little bit more interesting, isn't it?
Magnificent kick. Yeah, you love that as a
'Cause obviously, I'm used to having, you know, football teams that change kits all the time.
This boy, he's had to bide his time before he got on an AFL list, and he has not put a foot wrong. He was superb late in that last quarter, and that's the sort of stuff, as I say, big key forward or any forward.
How far is Campbell away? Just inside the 50, about 45. Or pulling across, pulling right across.
Last 5 clearances to North, and 3 of them have been to Luke Parker. So the former Swan, just making a bit of
I think I did Broncos to win, didn't I? Trying to remember now. I did Broncos by 14. But the NRL season is weird at the moment. It is really weird in terms of results. It's anyone's at the moment. It just said he's been forced to kick down the line, and he did not kick it down the line. He kicked it straight into the pack.
6 scores from 8 entries for the Swans. That would be the only concern for the Kangas at the minute. The one of.
Very one-on-one game. One-on-ones all over the field. No spares, dropping back.
Howe trying to work.
Do you know what, the one thing I like about the game so far, as said, it has been pretty physical. And if you're looking how physical it's been, how... Oh, Jesus. He just got wiped out after the ball. With how physical it's been, you've got to question how hard will both teams still be going in the 4th quarter. Yeah, it's been very physical so far. So who has the fit? That's gone out. Surely. Where's the line? Where's the lino? Where's the lino? Oh, Jesus, good job he can't kick. Yeah, who has the fitness in the last quarter? I think that's where it's going to be decided quite a lot of the time anyway, but...
Tommy Powell's had a good start of the season as well. One of those young midfielders coming through for North Melbourne.
Watch out for Curtis, dangerous around the goals. Here he comes now, grabs it off. Grundy, push it back out the other way. It's a clearing ball from Hanley, but straight to the Kangaroos.
You might as well have kicked that into a massive space and let people run to it, for Christ's sake. Because all that's doing is allowing North to play it straight back in. High, probably. No? To be fair, it looked like that would have been a high tackle on against Heaney, sorry, but maybe not.
Look up the ground when you've got time to see what's behind the footy. If they look up now, they'll see Luke McDonald standing on his own.
Cherry, Simpkin, kick smothered.
Great smother.
Simpkin got it back.
Get up.
More fans wanted holding the man. Wicks doesn't keep it alive, and it's a ball in. Cherry's up and fit, which is good. He popped a knock last week and had a doctor check his leg, but half fit this week, which is good news.
Some passion out there.
I'd say good.
Some passion.
Cherry about to go at it with Grundy. They size each other up. Big pack around it. Knock to the front. Simpkin edged out of it. From the scramble. Robot normally doing the tackle.
Andy went for Sydney by 43. I don't know. Andy, to be fair, you might not necessarily be miles off at the end of the game. As I'm talking about this physicality, who has the fitness in that last quarter to keep going? And it may be Sydney have the fitness and therefore push away right at the death. So it might not be a bad call. I've done it by Sydney by 12, so I've done it a lot tighter.
Really disappointing kick again. You're kicking to an outnumber, so you're handing the footy back.
Daniel, good user. McKercher, the future of the club.
2 minutes 30 left. Welcome to the stream if you've just joined. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me. Oh, he was short on the pass. He was short on the pass. That was a decent opportunity there for North. And it was a short pass into the 50. Yes. Come on. Right. Decent kick now. Need a decent kick.
It's going to be a matter of you could find a player with great penetration there, kicking guys to get over the top. McLean was there for an age. Finally, Heaney was the man that got it, and we know he's got great power in his kick and was able to get it over the top. Look at this for a kick.
So Sydney scoring for turnover and the Kangaroos scoring for stoppage, which was the way we thought coming into this game.
Come on. Decent kick. Decent kick. Just push away slightly. Is it in? Nice. 4 goals. 3 behinds. 27. Plays 12. Andy likes GWS. Well, I don't like you then, Andy. Come on. Swans, mate. Swans. You're on the wrong side of Sydney. Wrong side of Sydney.
Have a look at the ruck contest. They've been into each other all night, these two.
Yeah, it's a big one. Jerry's had a fantastic season.
Yeah, I know. Master McGee, lots of people, even in this chat, right from the start, we've been saying, you know, it's hard to call. It's really, really hard to call this game at the start of the game anyway. So we'll see as it goes on. I still think Swans have the experience and ability to win. You know, some of the players we've got still. I know Papley's not in, but Grundy should be winning most of these rucks. He's been brilliant since... Well, no, I wouldn't say Grundy's been brilliant since we got him in, but he has been mostly consistent and just gave us what we needed because Hickey was not good enough when we had Hickey. So that really has kind of solidified our reach. If Amati does not score this will sum up my point. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. The first time Amati's actually done anything in the game or been in the game is with 40 seconds left on the clock.
Just starting to have an influence. He takes the mark there. Moments ago, he set up the Hayden McLean goal with a beautiful kick. Just getting going at a slow start.
See, he just looks so nervous. In my opinion, anyway, he just looks really nervous.
5 goals, 3. That big bag of 9 against Adelaide last year.
Yeah, it was easy enough. Easy enough. He just, I said, unless he really develops, I just still don't see it. Still don't see it.
Probably 30, 40 plus would be nice, guys.
Yeah, they work really hard to get themselves back in the contest north. To give up these 2 goals with 5 seconds on the clock would hurt. Comben wants to play back, and we spoke about this early. He wants to be the interceptor.
Hello, Cal. Hello, mate.
Last week against Adelaide, and the coaching structure of Adelaide just played him on a break. If he's going to play back shoulder like that or try and anticipate where the ball's going, you have to then make him pay for those decisions.
Yeah, he does. He needs to come. He needs. Look, it sounds silly, but he needs to be bigger. He needs to be stronger. He needs to be more physical. He needs to be more dominant to really kind of be that target man we need. He needs to kind of muscle off anyone that's around him. And at the moment, and he's young. I get it. He's still young, but he's, yeah, he needs to be. He needs to be locked in a gym, doesn't he, for a few months? I agree with that statement. Oh. I love how Grundy's just literally laying there while he's being pulled about. Who said, hang on. Andy, I'm sorry, no. Because I'll be driving to Gatwick Airport tomorrow because I'm going to Montenegro tomorrow to film. Well, quarter time. Right, let me turn the sound down. Welcome to the stream, though. The Jameson's bar. It's Jameson's. Oh, what was controversial? Are they going to show it? Jameson. Are they going to show us? They're not going to show us. I'll have to watch it at a later point. I will be back in a second. I need a toilet break. Advert may be incoming right now. Right, I am back. Hello again. Yeah, I said I have not seen the incident. So I have no comment. I might have to watch it at a later date. I say this. I get it when certain umpire decisions don't go your way or whatever. But it is a game of 80 minutes plus, to be fair. So you can't just blame an umpire decision. I'm sorry, you can't. You have all this time to score more goals than the other team. If you don't do it, then are you not to sort of blame yourself? One incident. Yeah. One incident doesn't make a game. Put it into perspective at the end of the day, I suppose. Yeah. Free kicks don't need to be... Yeah, you're right. Free kicks don't need to be even. That says nothing. At the end of the day, if one team fouls the other team more than the other, then that's how it works. It's then the umpires and referees and that aren't there to even out the fouls and create fouls which aren't there.
Two late goals.
Yeah, so if we go in the coach's box at quarter time, the Sydney Swans, Dean Cox will be sitting there and looking at his board here, and he'd be thrilled with that top level there.
We've certainly been the stronger team in the first quarter, no doubt about it. We've certainly been the strongest team. But North are putting a lot of pressure on. Some really, really big tackles from North as well. So fair play to them.
They'll take that. Coming into this, you looked at it and said one's a great clearance side, one's more inclined to score from turnover. And that box is being ticked. Yeah. What about for the Kangas, Brownie?
That's right. Their front half turnovers too, aren't they, Gaz? So, look, centre bounce dominance is where North Melbourne's told their story this year.
Yeah,
that's been their strength.
Exactly. Critter Gamer. As said, if you've only just joined, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. This is the best AFL live watch along in England.
obviously that matchup
if
with
not the
Larky has been a
world.
big one. It's been a big win for
Self-proclaimed,
Sydney
obviously.
with that turnover game that you're talking about.
Um,
But right now, starting on the bench,
McCartan's
we'll
off.
find out why that is.
Yeah, that is a surprise. So Joel Hamlin's gone to Nick Larky.
Grundy's off.
Larky hasn't touched the footy in the first quarter, so Tommy McCartan dominated him.
Right, game on. Second quarter on.
David Gignac wants to do something about that with a high ball inside 50. Here is Larky. It's a second attempt at it. The accurate one can't.
Inside the Swans 50 at the moment. There was a massive kick by North, bringing it in.
Here's an important ball to be won. The Swans attack it. Send it up to the wing. Good contest here. Comben, McLean, Comben.
Come on, press, 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 press. Press, press, press. Come on, up, 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 up.
And now the Roos.
Don't give them too much time. Don't give the Kangaroos too much time. Come on, up, up, up. Don't give them that chance to get that ball back. Just want them to put North under pressure. North have got a fairly young team, so let's see what they can do under pressure. Here we go, Sydney. In the middle of the pitch. Go on, down the wing, down. There's literally a man there in space. For God's sake, look. Why play the longer ball when there is a man half the distance in space?
The game is Rowbottom in the room live at the moment, so maybe he had a blow.
Rowbottom's getting himself a new top.
Laddams, when the game was on the line, played in the ruck, and Grundy was subbed out against Fremantle in that last quarter, so they have no problem.
Some of the decisions do annoy me that AFL players make. Oh, he's wiping his own player out.
Whitlock, Larky, can't get second hip sequences.
Ball high, very high. Is anyone going to mark it? No. Is it a shot opportunity? He's not going to make it. No. High just really.
So well beyond the ball, Sydney, at the moment. So North are finding it really difficult to get out of their back half. Every time they look up,
I don't know. Don't know just really. I think Port, if they're at home, they do seem to have that advantage.
very disciplined, the Sydney midfielders and forwards blocking up the corridor.
Stevens, another ex-Swan in this North lineup. Good mark taken by Bice. The wipe of the hands on the pants by Blakey before taking possession.
What?
Little kick, but spilled by Sherry.
That is some great observation about Blakey wiping his hands on his shorts. Great.
Holding possession. Cleary into the lineup this week. Happily, the out.
Good mark. Yes, he marked that.
That's a hold. Took control of that.
He marked it anyway.
North haven't scored a point from turnover in this match so far. They had a gilt-edged opportunity again, and Tristan Sherry drops a mark in the middle of the ground where your rebound starts from.
Lloyd for his 10th disposal. Another inside 50.
Big ball into the 50. Anyone going to mark it? No. North with the ball. He's just been speared to the ground. Absolutely wiped out. Speared to the ground.
Rowbottom's got that new jumper on. Clear to the blood.
Looks like Rowbottom probably coming back on soon. McCartan looks like he might be coming back on soon as well.
Late in that quarter too, Gaz, and he did play 100% game time as well.
She's with his 14th disposal. Stanty at the back. Now Simpkin.
North on the counter. North are on the counter. He's going for the goal. He scored. He scored outside 50. Whoa.
Oh, that's better. The slow method wasn't working at all. So yes, the contest which happened there at
Well,
get the ball to ground, then take off in one.
nice counter. Really, in a blink of an eye. Pretty, well, I say pretty direct play. Just, it wasn't necessarily direct play, but it was nice little passing all the way down the centre of the field. Fair play to North. Just outside the 50. And in you go.
Get the ball in the hands of your best users. Pushing deep. He got outmarked in the last time.
Yeah, they're 4 out of 4? Or was that 3 out of 3?
If he has to get up the ground to have an impact, so be it. That was nice to see him in the back half and started the chain. Simpkin, McKercher, ball users, goal.
Yeah, they are deadly accurate at the moment, aren't they, North? 3 out of 3 so far.
Has seen them get a really good one in McKercher.
I think Swans at the moment just need to... just think a little bit more about who they're passing to, where they're passing. To be honest, in my opinion, I think we're giving the ball away too often. Hi, Mark. Yeah, I think we're giving the ball away far too easily when we have possession, making the wrong choices of kicks.
Just see the last couple of moments, North Melbourne, they might need to handball their way through the Sydney zone. Sydney set up really well behind the ball. Saw the McKercher goal, and we just saw that ball movement there. They look good with the quick hands.
John O'Brien, Gary Lyon, Super Saturday Live, Dave Gignac alongside Cameron Mooney. LDU tried to
Swans ball.
Dwayne Russell.
Decent tackle.
Chad Warner 4 possessions, Isaac Heaney 6. So the class of the Swans is still upside.
Wicks round the corner. 3 flies from North, Rowbottom.
Going down the wing. Nice for Marty. Look, right in the middle. Oh, for fuck. He is so lucky. He is so lucky. Almost worked out there. Really poor kick by Marty. I think it was it Heaney in massive amounts of space? I think it was. Heaney in loads of space. Don't panic. No, never mind. It's behind. Heaney was in so much space. Almost got fortunate by it going ahead. Hayward.
Under 18 grand final in SA and essentially got himself drafted. Hayward, he can put a...
Oh, that's not very nice, Crit Gamer. Honestly. Poor old Sydney.
He's looking the goods again tonight. Daniel. Another one of North's good pickups over the summer. Larkey comes up to make a contest. Hamling just knuckled it away at the last second.
Oh, bloody springtime.
McKercher, Larkey, Tucker, nice move.
Are they going to do us again on a counter-attack? Oh, that's high. That's high. That's high. That's straight into his head.
Take the risk of over handballing. Just keep the handball going. Otherwise, if you decide to kick too early, that's what's happening.
They're getting on with it, but that was straight into his head.
Turnover. Can they get them back the other way?
Yeah, Master McKee. Was that you or someone else said that earlier on in the chat? 2 idiots with guns. Absolutely crazy.
12 kicks, 21 handballs.
What goes through people's heads? I really don't understand.
You've got Sheasel over here. They just want to go to him.
Indeed they do, Moons.
Over the top of Zerha. It was just the kick.
The man on his own in the middle.
Curtis.
Man on his own. Good job it was a crap kick. Jesus Christ.
50 by foot from the Kangaroos.
Wakey, wakey, guys.
He's trying to make up for it now. Simpkin. Hayward roaming wide and far.
Yeah, just clear it. Just clear it. That's fine. Just clear it.
Crowd finding voice now, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is a good thing nothing happened. Yeah, but there isn't much security. Or is it?
Fair bit of it in this.
Did you say it was at the MCG? I can't. Obviously, been to the MCG for the grand final in 22. Is there scanners? Is there metal detectors? I can't remember. Can't remember now.
Sydney to set up beyond the ball. Just keep the ball moving. Good ball speed there. Whether by hand or by foot, find the free target inside.
And if you're all on the same page, Brownie, it all works. There was 18 Swans players in that half of the ground, yet they found 2 uncontested marks because they went...
Can Zerkar
Kicked 4 goals
score?
against Melbourne, 1 goal against Adelaide, 1 against the Dogs so far this
It's close.
Zerha splits the middle with a beauty there.
Just giving them too many opportunities. We're not. Yeah, we need to be more clinical.
Cleared the area for Curtis to go inside. When they were able to hit Zerha on his own, relatively inside with maybe 16 Sydney defenders back there, guys. So you can pick your way through.
If the guy doing the old pat down saying didn't do the job, how did they find out they had guns anyway then? Because did they detect it before they went to the terrace or?
We've seen a couple of times that they go forward and just hand the footy back. This time they find their target and Zerha good enough to finish.
And the key is movement, isn't there, guys? From the midfielders and the forwards, it's not unrewarded running. It's sacrificial running for your teammates. So you run through those areas, drag the Sydney defenders with you and create holes. And that time, Zerha opens up.
24-34 to Swans now.
Point to the Swans to start the
Good
season.
from Grundy there.
Power jumps on the top.
I'd say it was a high tackle.
North Melbourne clearances are in total 17-10 to the Kangaroos.
Good battle between.
Good from Grundy.
Grundy wins it this time. Hayward's dangerous. McDonald clean. Laddam's pushed off it by the
It's a bit scrappy now in the North 50. Fair. Oh, good tackle by Amati. Yeah. Incorrect disposal, I think. Good. Please, Amati. Please score. Please score. He's done something good finally. Ghost Hunter, come on. Don't come in here saying that.
Just lost control of the footy, so he'll learn from that, the young man on debut.
It's 25 out of Marty.
Yeah, he's easy enough. Like professional footballer, you would expect him to score that. So I know it sounds like I'm being a bit mean to him, but he should be scoring them. 24-40, 16 ahead.
All the way of the Kangaroos. So there's a young man who just lost control of the pill, and Joel Amati laid the tackle. But the Grundy clearance meant that they got some field position, and then they.
And that was all. Yeah, that was all started by Grundy there. Really, really good from Grundy. As I said, he's doing a decent job. He is doing a really, really good job.
He's got 5 goals this season coming in. 2 goals on the board early.
They want Sherry back in. It's 7-1 clearances when Sherry's in the ruck.
2 rucks side by side again here. Not touching yet. Now they do.
Oh, that ball bounced funny. That ball bounced really funny. Dodgy umpire bounce.
Toss it in the air this time.
We're going to reset the 6-6-6, which includes a pair in the goal square. So Nick Larkey's back.
Grundy again.
The dance again, the 2 rucks. Simpkin couldn't get away from that Rowbottom tackle. Number 1 tackler in the AFL last year, James Rowbottom, 9th.
Oh, we didn't win it that time. Not that time. It's a fairly decent battle there between the rucks. Ball.
And dangerous tackle on Wicks as well earlier.
Wicks goes back.
Nice. Broncos pushing ahead. Bang. That is a huge ball into the 50 to Grundy. No, not quite. Swans pick it up. Swans have the ball inside the 50. Is he going for the goal? No. I assume he's not going for the goal. Let's hope he's not going for the goal. Amati can't quite keep hold of it. He fumbles it. North trying to clear it outside of the 50. Don't quite make it out. Are we giving that as a mark? Okay. North still in their own 50. You got Swans pressing very high, which is I like. I like. Push higher. Push higher. Put the pressure on them. Don't give them options. Make them panic.
What that replay didn't show was there was a second Swan there, so if it went to ground, it was a shot on goal, but Sheezer was up to the task.
Nice. Swans have got it back. Oh, nutmeg. Nice. This is good by Swans. Even when North have possession here, we're pressing them. We're making it tough for them, making them make mistakes. Mark for North. Just on the 50 there. Press, press, press. See, this is good. You just press them. They panic. This is good play. Really, really good play. I know what I said. When we don't have possession, just make it hard for North. Look, and then they look round, don't know what to do.
Hope his brother's not relying on a smooth-flowing Melbourne traffic situation during that.
You sound like you're talking from experience, Howie. The Kirch has got it, and you can take it too.
Look at this. Literally, North cannot get out their own quarter here.
He kicked a beautiful goal.
And hopefully, as soon as they go long or whatever, they're going to make a mistake. No, they're still going short. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They only have short balls to play.
Does he look okay, Moons?
No, he's sore at the moment. He's really sore, left hip.
Larky hasn't been.
Now North are going long.
Imagine he will be at some stage.
Oh, you got lucky, North. You got lucky, North.
Sends it deep. Blake will be under.
Oh, Blakey, well done.
Nearly affected it, but Blakey was calm, had to be. Sends it out into the
Oh,
legs of the
Brody,
ruck.
watch out.
Trouble.
I don't think that was nervous moments. I think Swans did really well there.
He had the advantage high.
They were not in possession, but they did everything they needed to really make it difficult for North. That was good play. That was good play.
McCurcher would love that kick again, though. That wasn't to the advantage of either of his forwards that he had ahead of him.
He just banged one from 55 minutes ago, guys. Just go for the goal.
Should have belted it, Moon.
Bice. Coleman stalks it.
Oh,
Drops it. Trouble.
come on.
Nearly gave it off. Hayward.
Well, they
Advantage paid.
advantage.
He's a gun. He's got 3.
Nice. That's twice we've got good from advantages. Nice. Happy with that. Martin, we've already seen you ain't a big boy. Don't mess with they're really, really solid from Swans in this little last bit of play.
Charlie Comben, he's only had the one intercept marks, so that would it hurts. It does hurt.
He had 3 or 4 numbers around him too, guys. They could have handballed their way through.
Great finish, Will Hayward. Great finish.
On the buses. I don't know if I've seen on the buses. I know of on the buses. Is he the bloke? Really old bloke.
On there, boys, but very, very proppy at the moment. Looks very sore.
I have something in my head, and I'm not sure if it's what I'm thinking of. But I do think I know what you mean.
They're getting this done, the Swans, without Chad Warner's influence. He's flashed in once or twice, but hasn't had any impact.
Look at these two blokes, Gaz. They're into each other.
Put him in a phone box, I think.
That's exactly right. There's going to be another infringement.
North's ball.
Kangaroos. Sherry gets the free kick.
Personal between the two big boys. Grundy's now worked down the forward line, back line.
Sherry doesn't really time the kick forward. Curtis arrives. Lloyd, clean, hand passes a touch errant.
At the moment, Swans doing a very, very good job defensively. When out of possession, this is what I'm really enjoying actually watching.
Parker dragged him down.
Doing really well out of possession.
Crossed in the air. Sherry will knock down Lloyd again. Taken to the deck.
So every time the margin's got out to about 20 or 22 points, this sort of thing's been happening. The Kangaroos identify that
Yes. Yeah.
it up just fractionally again.
I knew who you're on about.
Whitlock. Not quite. Bice. Hanley. Out of trouble.
Big ball down the line. Marked by North.
Back for the Roos.
Immediately spreads it to McDonald. He's got the runners wide. Robert Hanson Jr.
They've done a good job, Sydney, of just covering the switch. Certainly slowing down North Melbourne. They've had to switch. They've had to go wide.
Really to go to, so he drops it in. Covenant, big knock is Constanti down there. He's provided a bit of physical presence.
Oh. Big
Sit on the top of
Big
Wilson,
tackle.
get the pack and get the free kick.
So again, another big tackle. Constanti had to come back with a fly to the footy and took his turn. So they have just identified to the margin now.
7 minutes 35 left of the half.
19th disposal for Sheasel. Darling fly.
It's not been ridiculously high scoring, but it's been a really, really good contest. It really has. It's been physical. I still just think Swans doing such a good job of putting pressure on North.
Don't have to make it a 10. Depends on which umpire at which time. McCurcher.
High.
From here, maybe. Did he duck into it?
He definitely ducked. He definitely went down and ducked into it, to be fair. But
Was the number 1 tackle.
those sort of tackles, you never know when the umpires are going to give it as a high. That's the problem.
To his face. LDU going too fast for his own legs. Amati, Grundy.
Good from Amati. Bad from Grundy. Amati's got it back.
He might be gone.
Some heavy tackles.
Well, in the first instance, he didn't kick it because the outnumber was down the line, which was fantastic. And he was aware that if he did go down, he'd turn the footy over. He was looking for a hold-up clearance, but the Kangaroos were too good in their tackling.
Constanti really brings some physical presence to his game, and it works out. There's a push.
Tough going, yes. It was pretty obvious there. He went early.
That was a mistake by North there. They had a decent chance, but a little push.
Wicks. Casual bounce. And a second. Now a third. Down to the man who's kicked 3, Hayward.
This is a win. Logue's been the spare there for a while. So they've been a bit outnumbered, couldn't really go long. They changed direction, tried to work it up, but a stoppage now gives them a chance to even up ahead of the footy.
Second game of the year for Griffin Logue. Missed against Adelaide and Melbourne.
Haven't seen a lot from Isaac Heaney today, to be fair. I think he's been a little bit anonymous, a little bit invisible, which is a shame because I think sometimes you do get Heaney is really in the limelight during a game, and then sometimes he's just invisible.
Sheasel on hands and knees, funneled it out. Parker made it tough for Daniel, made it look easy. Larkey, little hesitation step was nice. Tucker, Powell, McDonald, Hanson Jr.
Looks inboard. It's aggressive. It's good from Hanson Jr.
They're on the counter, North on the counter attack here.
Just chips and goes to Constanti. Rampier needs to be careful on the mark.
Just got to give that to
Don't be do anything silly.
Trying to again through Caleb Daniel.
Good thing is we've got all the men behind the ball now, at least.
Had to keep going.
We have got all the men behind the ball.
Curtis, the spectacular one, brings it to ground.
Stop him, stop him, stop him, stop. Oh, that's a bad kick. That is a bad kick. Ouch. Perfect opportunity there for North. Yes, Charlie. Yeah, me and Charlie are both going to Montenegro. Kev said we got a 6 a.m. flight in the morning. Ugh. Annoyingly, the weather's actually quite nice here, and it's quite warm. And we're going to Montenegro, and it's going to be wet on the tomorrow, and colder the rest of the days. So, yeah. Hi, top 40. Hello, mate.
Down the line. So he's looking down the line here now. Grundy comes across and evens up, so he can go long.
Hamling. McLean's his target. Coleman's there. McLean got a touch on it. Coleman's second effort was superb. To Tucker, LDU, McDonald. Thought about Zerha.
This is still decent by Swans.
And hit him.
Oh, he made it there, but I really like. I just really like how we are putting the pressure on really well. We had our time go back last Sunday. Yeah, so we were last Sunday where clocks went back. So we lost an hour of sleep, but more daylight. Apparently more daylight later. You know what I mean?
He's the most dangerous mover for the Swans. He's had 9 disposals.
She's a good 20, 10 and 10, kicking at 90% efficiency. Grundy, Parker. Inside
Big ball into Swans 50. Oh, good mark, to be fair. Good mark.
That's the X factor that you talked about. And
Mars McGee, yeah, we've yesterday was about 22 degrees, which was quite nice. Quite cold in the evening, though.
Only a couple of minutes ago, so he's prepared to vacate the area. He's got his hands full with Tom McCarthy.
It's sort of around, this week coming, it's around sort of 20 to 16 degrees, that sort of temperature range. Has he got it? Yeah, just squeezed in. 31-46.
So this is really interesting. Nick Larkey's been the Coleman medalist, leading goal kicker, been a dominant key forward. So Tom McCartan's had his number, Brownie, and this is a sign of the maturity and the sign of the selflessness and what good teams are all about. He goes, no.
That was pretty good from Curtis there. He held strong. He really did hold strong. Always a nice day in Sydney, isn't it?
Out of the firing line. So take yourself out of the way, bring yourself inboard, as you can see there.
Mate, it's 22 degrees, lovely yesterday. Really nice. We need some nice weather.
Back to the game. Charlie Coleman off the phone to Clark. He's had a challenging day. Hasn't been able to take the intercept marks he would have liked at this stage of the game.
Restart, row bottom, another clearance. The All-A lifted above.
Come on, can we respond? Really big ball.
Drops it, and then was dropped. Almost had a knee dropped into him by Logue.
Really big ball into the 50 there, and not quite. Probably dropped a bit shorter than we wanted.
Time for row bottom, do you think, Brownie? Have a look at it half.
Yeah, it was a little bit short. Slipped through his arms.
Hamling Hill didn't really have it.
They won't want to break the old
3 minutes just over left of the half.
They'll stick to that.
Also, I got a really bad neck. I slept funny. Must have slept funny a couple of nights ago, and I got a little twinge in my neck.
Like dinner plates, didn't he? He hadn't shaved down though, to be fair to say.
I didn't notice that, Howie.
I think you pointed it out to me. Back to Grundy. Heaney. Has him bought a touch. There is Griffin Logue. Important ball from McDonald. Gets his hands above the Warner tackle. Measured pass.
It's still a bit close to call, isn't it? I think this has certainly been a closer half. North have had more possession. I would say just on eyeballing it, but yeah, it's still pretty tight, isn't it?
Now they want to go to Blakey so he can run, but he's hemmed in.
Who's in space for you, Blakey? Good. Just keep the ball now. 2 minutes left. Just keep the ball. That is what we're doing. McCartin wants it. Was that McCartin there? It's hard to see from a distance. Good. Just little passes, little passes. Create space for each other. Good. Little passes up there. This is nice, isn't it? This is really nice. Look, out to the wing, down the bottom there. Nice. Nice. What's he doing? He's going long and low. Oh, fuck. Yes. That was mostly decent. Mostly decent there by Sydney. We didn't panic. What would normally happen there is if, you know, you're in your 50 and you end up playing it long and it goes to anyone. But how good was that to see that nice short passing game out from Sydney and we get ourselves a kick on goal. Really, really nice, especially if he can make it with a minute left. Can he make it from a tight angle? No. No. A very tight angle. Yeah, not amazing, but it shows there what you can do from actually just short passing your way up the pitch. Really nice. Boom. Don't give her the ball away like that, North. 31-53. Just, we were given the ball there, weren't we? We were given the ball there. Look at this. It's just poor from North. You don't do that. If you're going to do it, go long. So we have this thing in football where the recent, like over the last few years, the style of play is you play it short and you work your way up the pitch. But too many teams aren't good enough to try it. And they try playing these short balls from the goalkeeper. And because they're not good enough, they give the ball straight away and they're under pressure. Sometimes it is better for the weaker teams to play long. A team like Sydney is perfectly capable of playing short out. Maybe not for North. Heaney with a big ball in. Whoa! Nice mark. Come on, this punishing them. Punish them in this last minute. If we can pick up 13 points in this, pretty much in the space of a minute, I will take that. Very much a gift, Mask. Very much a gift. If he can make this, that would be brilliant. I said 13 points in a minute. Buzzer's gone. Oh, for fuck. Oh, for Christ. Oh, you can only laugh about that. Oh, my God. Well, it's half-time. As you can see, players are simply laughing about that kick. Oh, that would have been really bloody good if we got that goal as well. Hey-ho, hey-ho. Players go in. Few words being shared. I think everyone can laugh about that, I suppose. Even Heaney's having a little giggle. Wow.
My time in South Australia
Oh.
was spent exploring the amazing Eyre Peninsula. I spent a lot of my time off the field.
Little thing about Isaac Heaney, look.
Fishing, surfing and exploring. I'm taking every chance I get to be in or on the water. Beach fishing for salmon and fresh cook-ups on the beach was an incredible experience. You can see why Port Lincoln is the seafood capital of Australia. Four-wheel driving, beach fishing...
Isaac Heaney is not a very good talker. He has a script and he is reading it.
I love getting to know the locals and was welcomed with amazing hospitality everywhere I went. The Eyre Peninsula is less than an hour flight from Adelaide and is home to amazing native wildlife, rugged coastline and incredible seafood. I can't wait to come back to South Australia to explore more.
Isaac Heaney was not the best person for that little promotion for Gather Round because he is not a good... He was reading a script and yeah, he was reading a script and that was shocking. Hey ho. Right, well, we are winning 31-53 in the break. Half time is here. We'll take that. We'll take that. What have we got? Broncos pushing ahead in the second half in the NRL. That's good. I did them with a... What did I... I did them with a decent win, didn't I? I did Broncos by 14. So let's hope we can get a close one there. No, if anyone wants to offer me $50,000, preferably pounds, please, I will take it and I will do a better job. Well, anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to do my usual spiel at halftime. Thank you so much for joining me. It is truly an honour to have your face, well, your names, in the chat. And you guys watching. What's awesome is that, as I said, you guys have stuck with me over the last however many years. I know we don't really, well, we don't have much Australian content on the channel anymore other than the predictions and the live watch-alongs. So it's so nice seeing you guys, the same faces each week, which we do these watch-alongs. Kev, if that scoreline can stay the same now, that'll be great. Because that is my prediction, 14-point win for Broncos. It is so awesome to have you guys. You guys have supported me for so long. The easy things to do, though, hit that like button on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Why are you not subscribed? If you want to support the channel, you can obviously buy me a coffee or buy me a cider, because I'm a cider drinker. Go to asweare.space, check out the awesome merchandise. You can become a channel member as well. But as I said, the best thing you can do is obviously like, subscribe, and watch the videos. You may find them interesting that aren't Australian related. You never know. Quick time for an advert if you are not a premium user. So, bang. Now I want to know what adverts you see in a second. Well, you say it's a pity I live in England. Sometimes it's seen as a great thing. But I would like to watch more AFL live. But hey-ho, I have been to a grand final and other games. So, hi, Sam. Hello, mate. Yeah, Sam, if I was you, mate, I would give up on D's this season. You are very good, Kev. You are very good. You are one of the best, mate. You're a good one. If you were a goalkeeper, you would certainly be a keeper. That didn't make sense. If you were a football player, you would be a keeper. There you go. That made more sense. Who else is in the chat? I want to know. We got about 26 of you at the moment. We got a lot of people talking, which is awesome. That's what we want to see in the game. Chicken burgers at McDonald's are awful, by the way, as a side note. At what time? What time was the Crows saying that they got robbed? We can have a look. Let's quickly have a look, shall we? Crows, and I'll give my non-professional thought. Click to view. Highlights. 17 minutes of highlights. Okay, I'm going to check out the highlights. It was in the last couple of minutes.
Walker, open forward line. Oh, he shanks it. So it means Keys has to sit under it. Ewell with courage. Couldn't take the mark. Keys will want his left. He does eventually. Phil Thorpe.
I am watching now.
Taps it over himself. He's going to stroll in and kick another one.
Okay, so Crows were behind. All right, Crows were behind then. Riley Thilthorpe, whatever his name is, he scored to make it 91-90. Okay, I assume it's going to be here, 1 minute 52. Crows with the ball, big ball into the 50. Marked, oh. That's subjective though, isn't it? That is subjective. This is the subjectivity. This is the subjectivity, right? That how long do you have to be in possession of the ball for it to be a mark? That's the big thing. And there's no guarantee he was going to score, though. From that position, there was still no guarantee he would score. He might have got a behind even. But how long? Yeah. How long do you have to have the ball in your hands for it to class as a mark? That is the question. Let's have another look. Oh. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I'm watching. I think the problem is, the issue is you'll have, in my opinion, is that there are too many umpires, there is too much subjectivity, and so it's not easy, is it? Because there's one umpire is maybe more tolerant than another. I don't know. I don't know the answer there, to be honest. Yeah, a draw, certainly. Yeah. A draw was a big chance if he was paid the mark. But yeah, difficult one. There's too many umpires on a field and therefore too much subjectivity. You know, one umpire has more tolerance than another umpire. You're going to get different decisions made because things aren't just black and white in a lot of sports like this. Do you play AFL Fantasy, Shannon? No, I don't. I've got Super Brew. So we do a prediction competition on Super Brew, which is down. Actually, I don't think it is in the description down below, but look on the channel for our prediction videos. We will see. Well, I've watched it, and yeah, potentially it was at least a mark. Yeah.
We were out and these ladies asked who the older brother was. Man, he's 5 years older. He had more hair than me then.
Make today your turning point. And the doctors at Ashley and Martin will help regrow your hair.
I do love some adverts from Australia. Yeah. This is a big problem. It is a big problem when you've got 3 umpires on the field, and then you've got all the ones that the line umpires and things. It's so many. It is so many, and I don't think it helps. It really doesn't help. Yeah. Prize pop. No, thank you. What? Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining me as well. If you've just joined us, welcome, welcome. It's been, I know we're 22 up. I think it's been a really, really decent performance, pretty much by Swans. Yes, North have scored a few. They've scored a couple on the counter attack, but I do think we've put really, really good pressure on as well. When North have had it, we've made it difficult for them to get out their own 50, for example, at least out of their own half. Yeah, so it's decent performance by Swans. Decent. Oh, NRL. How long's left of that game? Mate, they got to make their money, Mask. How long's left? Oh, we still got a while left. 54 minutes. There's still bloody 26 minutes left. Go. High scoring game in the Broncos Wests game. I never had a Red Roosters. I never had one when I was in Australia. I was going to and never did. Oh. Are they going to discuss it now? I think the old the Suns coach is happy. Here we go. They're going to talk about it now.
Football clubs. Damien Harbour is exactly right. It is a big boy game for them. They are growing up, the Gold Coast Suns, right in front of our eyes. It's a game they would have lost last year and the years prior to that, but they won it, and they won it close, and I'm pretty sure they're happy with the 4 points.
And they're proving that try beat us at People First Stadium on the Gold Coast is going to be a tough task this year. Yeah, it is. 2 away from home to start the season, but we know that they're very good at home, and clearly getting off to a good start at People First this year. Bit of controversy in the final minute or so, which we will dissect in our Saturday night debrief following the...
Oh, they're not actually going to talk about it right now.
Stadium, but just like Gold Coast, their Queensland rivals, the Brisbane Lions, are also undefeated. They now 4-0 after taking care of Richmond at the MCG, and this goal from Will Ashcroft from the boundary was the highlight of the day. Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Kick from this pocket here at the MCG. This one here nicely.
Look at that rolling, bouncing, and perfectly in. Oh.
Coming out of this game, I'm unsure about where I sit with the Brisbane Lions because they're winning and they're winning off belief. But today, and Chris Fagan spoke about it.
I tell you what, you talk about Red Roosters being empty. I don't know if you've heard of Nathan's, which is an American one, which does like hot dogs. It's not very good. And there is one Nathan's I say restaurant loosely, near me. And there's never anyone in there. And I'm thinking, how are they still in business? I don't understand. Right, I'll be back in a second. The second half is coming very, very soon. Last little batch of adverts. Give me a second and hit that like button.
confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Grab a live prices for Visa.
Lifetime trestle table $69. Jumbo foil trays just $11.48. Where you find a competitor's low price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 10%.
Live prices are just the beginning.
What are you up to?
Just about a dollar network.
Wow.
Double coverage activated.
Now with double the network coverage, make your move to Vodafone.
Host Plus has a low admin fee. And we deliver strong long-term returns for your super. Getting good value? That's a plus.
Steel Blue are the most comfortable work boots you will ever wear. But don't take our word for it. Take Ball Ballers.
Super comfy. And the seatbelt thing for the missus.
You're welcome, Mrs. Boyle.
At Ashley and Martin, we know things can make you feel like you're losing it. But with our money-back guarantee, your hair doesn't have to be wondered. Keep your hair on. Consult the doctors at Ashley and Martin.
Head to Chemist Warehouse and save on new brands like Natala's Pregnancy Support 100-$44.99. Lossy Frontal Canine Powder from $24.99. And Voltaren Emergel 180 gram $27.99. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Toyota's nationwide dealer network is here for the long run to keep Australia moving. Every step matters.
$17. That's like, what's that? That's just over a tenner. Jesus. Scruffy says, hang on. While I've been away, Scruffy says, I know you're a Swan supporter, but is there actually a second team that you sympathise with? No. No. Why would I support a second team? No. Sorry. Yeah, no. I'm trying to think if there is, and no, I just can't think. Like, no, there is no other team that I kind of think, oh, well, I wouldn't mind them winning, because I don't want anyone to win except Sydney, you know. Also, I'm almost out of fruit chocks. I've had them for a while, because I'm less of a fan of the orange ones, but this is my last pack.
Some of it is just be real strong in the contest, get the ball out to our guys, and then when we do get the footy, just use it wisely and try to take some ground, and particularly if we can get it.
Five Guys is expensive.
Good luck.
Five Guys is really tasty.
So a bit of polish needed from the Kangaroos.
Yeah, Five Guys is really expensive, but I'm using to physically stream. I'm using Streamlabs, which is like OBS, but like more based for doing live streams.
And the supply hasn't been great, even though they've won clearance.
Third quarter all set. Swans by 21 at quarter time.
Right.
2 at the half.
Second half underway. Let's go.
Keep that margin at a comfortable level for the Swans. Cherry and Grundy have been at it all night. Not the required distance. Parker, who kicked a goal against his old club in the first quarter. Roberts has got nowhere to go.
Sorry if I'm quiet while I'm half eating.
Tristan and Brody.
Been a great battle.
Sound like a couple of naughty schoolboys from the ump.
In the cage together.
Yep.
Cherry v Grundy in the ruck. Swans 12-7 in clearance.
It's not been a very loud crowd. I can say that one thing.
7-1 in clearances.
Grundy, Hayward, kick three. Campbell bursts clear, takes a bounce.
Campbell. Is he going to make it? Boom. Yes. Come on. That's a way to start the half.
He's been in the system now 4 or 5 years, but I've loved his addition to the midfield. Errol Goulden, they've lost some class, obviously, early in the season with that ankle leg injury. But just putting Campbell in here, we know he's lethal with that left foot of his.
Oh yeah, like what? But when I say I like North, I don't mean that I'm rooting for them or I'm interested in this. Sorry, I just think they're plucky. Yeah, there's nothing about kind of wanting them to win necessarily. It's just I like their spirit. But I no interest as a second team or anything, because I don't think you should have second teams.
Bag of tricks pretty quickly here. This is the biggest margin of the game to either team.
Yeah, it's an important part of their game, Sydney. They need to certainly improve. That man's going to help it.
Cherry, Grundy, Heaney on the move. Hits it hard, gets away, hands it up, Rowbottom.
Oh, he shoved it in the back. Was he not pushed in the back there?
Had to go and try and mob up that mess.
Unbelievable.
Holding the ball. Free kick, Stevens. He backpedals. Ex-Swan, they picked 5 in 2019. They took him. Outside 5. Dylan Stevens, just the 43.
Did you know that the new team, Tasmanian Devils, has the 5th biggest members of all clubs all over the world, being like in the ranks of Man United and Bayern Munich? There's a difference though between members and supporters, because members, you're just paying for a little membership and not necessarily getting anything in return, and you can also do that as a supporter and not pay for that up front. So there's maybe a difference between members and actual supporters. I don't want them to lead by any more. I don't know if that gets me a close score or not, but I need a close score.
Danced around a couple, tried to spear past to McLean, who did well. He knocked that out. He knew a ball in was exactly what the Swans wanted to do for a reset.
So Larky and Zerha there are two. Just
Also on NRL, I definitely think Broncos are the team to beat this year. They're doing really, really well.
First of all, he needs to get in the way of Tom McCartan so he doesn't spoil Cam Zerha. Just need to have that awareness.
Sherry works his way to the front. Heaney, right spot.
Heaney going down the wing. Nice. Who's in a space? No one's creating a space for him.
The best option. He sits it up in hope. Hayward got there.
Oh, can't keep it.
Touched as you heard, even if it rolls through. Core stops it from rolling through.
Oh, hello, Mandy's back. I'm a cat supporter, but my brother goes for Swans, so I follow them too. But all bets off when they play each other. I get the claws out. Yeah, well. You obviously like the 22 grand final. Yeah. Did you go a 14-point win for Broncos as well then? Did you copy me?
Switch it to Tucker. Now they've got some opportunity to run. Logue. Still got the overlap. Parker's going inside 50.
I wouldn't copy me, Kev. I'm the last person you want to copy. Oh, the post! Still a 27-point lead for Swans.
Lloyd to McCartan. Run of Roberts down the spine. Hayward got it.
Will Hayward has been fantastic.
Hayward has played well so far today.
Huge man in the first half, but He's certainly capable of playing on the taller.
Who's there for him?
Job on James Siss in the second half of the
No one's really creating space for him. It's just being a target. Oh, nice. That was poor by North there, though, really. No real pressure.
Look at the first one again, because Charlie Comben's got, where I'm looking, he had front position on Will Hayward, and Will Hayward's marked over the top of him. That's just not acceptable.
All right, coincidence. Okay, good, Kev, because I was going to, as I'm saying, you don't want to bloody copy me.
Marty gets his third.
Nice.
The biggest margin of the game to either team.
8-3 now marks inside 50 goes Sydney's favour. They average 8 for the season.
Yeah.
32-65. I think it's going to be a bigger scoreline than I predicted, unless North can find something, but Sydney are pushing ahead. What do I think about Brisbane? What specifically? The city? The team?
So it's a good matchup for the Swans, obviously. So got the height advantage. He's got some confidence up. He's able to move Brennan Cox under the footy to win the match for the Swans, and now he just
You say it like
for Luke McDonald, a great finish.
barbecue snag.
Just opened up here, 33 points.
Did Amati do a lot, or was the North player just really bad? It sounds really mean on Amati, but I think it's probably more of a case that North were just really bad there.
Game high 33-point margin. The Swans will get another clearance. Grundy spins and turns. Jordan just whacks it forward. Why wouldn't he? Amati's there. Laddams. Whitlock overruns it. We gave a shot. Be careful. Rowbottom. He's got Laddams.
Well.
Now we saw him have a shot. He's looking for 50.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
He's discussing it.
He's got it. He's got 50. Charlie,
Nice free. Nice free in front of the goal. Silly. He's made the mark. And he just gets shoved. Leanne, I don't like Amati. I really don't. I don't think he's good enough. But I have reasons at least. At least I give reasons for it. At least I'm not one of these people that says that, you know, I don't like something but doesn't say why. Yeah, Lions doing well, sorry. Yeah, Lions doing really well this year. They're certainly going to be up there. Top 4 finish, probably.
4 zip for clearance, 2 zip from centre bounce. So the strength that was keeping the Kangaroos in it in the first half is now all gone the Sydney Swans' way.
Pete Laddams at full forward at the moment with the Marty. Things started to go per plan for the Swans from the ball up. And a knockdown. Jordan's doing the job on Sheasel now.
Just boot it. Nice, just boot it up. Why don't I like Amati? Well, it's not necessarily. Well, it's not necessarily that I don't like him. It's more a case of I don't think he's good enough. When it comes to a tough battle, he's not strong enough. He should be acting as a target man, right? He's not strong enough. He's not big enough. He can't outmuscle other players. And that's what you need. And then any difficult kicks, he can't make any difficult kicks. It's not, you know, it's basic stuff.
He's got Constanti out wide. Lloyd stands the mark.
Yeah, even I'm a Tasmanian Devil member.
Chip inside.
I don't know where my thing is though to say it, but I am.
Kick it from here. It's Paul Curtis.
He's got the left foot in. Just going to ease himself around. I'm not sure he needs to snap it here. He can kick the drop punt with the angle.
Can North make this kick from wide position?
Do some special things, Curtis.
Looks decent.
Right to the teeth.
Oh, not quite.
Markey. I reckon it's through for a point. We'll have a listen.
Get the ball. Ball back quick, please. Thank you. One time.
Oh. VAR. 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 I know it's not called VAR, but you know what I mean.
Review complete. Looking at this angle, we can see the ball makes contact
contact with the post. Decision on the scoreboard.
Oh.
Good call from the goal umpire. Double check.
Well done, goal umpire.
She's correct.
That's some good good observational skills from the umpire.
Going to be interested to see late Luke Davies-Uniacke now. So it looks like Rowbottom has rolled over to Luke Davies-Uniacke. He's had 16, but no real impact. The breakaway, split them open sort of stuff.
3 clearances. It's below his average.
Down the spine to Rowbottom, all the way wide.
Oh.
Got a few options. Hanley.
11 minutes left, 38-18 in the Broncos game. Go on, Sydney. We're finishing them off. It's going to ruin my... I'm not going to get a close margin, but we should win this. I can't see North coming back into this now. Scruffy Cockatoo. It's not necessarily that my next trip is to Norway, but the Polish videos. Obviously, the Polish videos. There's still lots of what we say the cabarets, the comedy shows, but obviously a lot of them need translating, and there's still a load left, but there's not a lot of informational videos left. Views are slightly going down, and it's the same as what happened when I went from Australia to Poland. It's a case of views are drying up, and therefore we've got to kind of move. And I thought, well, so basically when I was in Marrakesh last December, there was a couple of Norwegian girls who I got chatting with, just friendly chat, and they were saying about Norway, and it just piqued my interest a little bit. So basically, as I've evolved the channel, going from rugby to Aussie rules to Australia to Poland, yeah, I'm just trying to break into Norway because actually it looks quite interesting. So doesn't mean it's my next trip, but if we do well with Norway, then yeah, for sure. Because as you guys know, everything I learn about on here, we then do on the vlog channel. I don't really do NBA, but I do know Jordan and LeBron, and it has to be Jordan.
Free kick to North, so it'll be where the ball is. Free kick was picked up for a high at fullback for North, but the free obviously where the ball is. Whitlock about to be hunted down to Sheasel. Likewise, loops the handball wide. He missed McDonald.
Yeah, I think North are falling apart now, aren't they? They're falling apart.
The hand slipped high. Stevens pleads his case.
They've all stopped. They think it's a free kick to Sydney here.
So Laddams goes, play on advantage. Cleary's got an option or two. One of them's Marty. He goes inside to Marty. He's got it.
God, Amati just marked one. Oh, my nose. I did see a lot. Bearing in mind, top 40, I did, vlog-wise, I did like about 30 vlogs. About 30 vlogs in Australia over 6 weeks. That's crazy. And I've done about 30 vlogs in Poland. There's still more to do in Poland because I do love the place. But I just love exploring. I said we're off to Montenegro tomorrow morning, so it's just I love visiting and traveling the world now, and YouTube's allowed me to do that. Ugh, Amati missed. Told you he can't kick anything difficult.
In that second game, wasn't it, Dwayne? So they just went down late in that game. But the difference between the two teams, especially the ball movement, Sydney been able to pick their way through North Melbourne. North Melbourne just can't do it through the centre of the ground.
Looking to go through the middle here. McKercher, Stevens, now Simpkin.
Oh, a little attack from North.
Continue the forward press. Darling wants it deep. Davies-Uniacke.
Huge ball. Jesus, that's huge. Unfortunately, nowhere's there to mark it.
When you're relying on a clearance game, it's hard to score from clearance. You know, most scoring's done from turnover or ball movement.
Danger, but again, fortune favours the brave.
11 of the last 12 clearances now have gone Sydney's way, so they've ramped up that side of the game taking away the 1 wood of the Kangaroos.
Jordan. Lloyd. Using the width.
Oh, come on. Denver, look, if I won that, I would be cocky as well. You can't rely on one decision. Like Crows, it's one decision, mate. Come on. You had 80 minutes to try and win the game. Oh, Jesus, Amati. Fucking hell. Let of crap.
There's the Kangaroos kick. So
And Bice goes to the pocket. He just hits a chest with every kick. Riley Bice.
Dancock's come into the season speaking about he wants to improve the defence. They're going to change the complexion of it, the whole defensive setup across the ground. So big tick in that regard tonight. And also be better in the contest.
Crows weren't robbed. I've said this before in other situations similar. Crows weren't robbed. They had 80 minutes to score more goals than the other team, and they didn't. They had 80 minutes to stop Gold Coast scoring as many as they did. They didn't. Hayward. Oh, precision. Bang. Oh. Oh, bugger. That's annoying, Kev. Yeah. It just annoys me. I'm sick. In a high-scoring game like this especially, there are so many opportunities to score, so many opportunities to stop the other team from scoring. And you want to moan about one thing that may have only led to 1 point. And it's just a coincidence that you lost by 1 point. Oh, the old, the roof's closed.
I'm a little disappointed in them tonight, Browning, to be perfectly honest. I think their skill level, I thought and hoped that their skill level would be better than what we're seeing at the moment. And maybe that's down to this Sydney Swans team who have had so many years in being able to defend corridors, shut teams down, hem them into one side of the game and turn the footy over.
Okay. Lancelot, what about the fact that why are we not talking about players that made mistakes? Why is it always the umpires that make a mistake? You know, players make mistakes as well. Can you not blame... Let me have a look. Hang on. I'll make a point to you. Let me look at something. Let me get to AFL scores. Adelaide had 6 behinds. Okay? So they were pretty accurate. 14 goals, 6 behinds. Well, that's 6 mistakes they've made. And you're saying the umpires made 1. Simple as. That's simple. I'm not saying you're a Crows fan. It doesn't matter. But players make more mistakes than an umpire does.
Took the mark. It's been a rarity. Contested marks down the line for North Melbourne.
Got Larky out wide. He pulls the kick shorter.
Bernamano used to be a football referee before I got fed up. And so you look at it a little bit different. And I'm not saying it was or was not a mark. That's not what I'm saying. However, players probably made more mistakes in that game than the umpire. Does it get picked up on?
No need to hurry. Spears it nicely to Corey Warner. He puts it to grass.
Oh, hello, Steel Fabric.
Trying to mop up his mess and find the pass target in Florent.
Building again here, the Swans. City side wing. Piercing ball. Amati's got 2 to beat Larky.
Exactly, Cal. Exactly. If one of those mistakes that led to behinds, they actually scored, it's a different result. Yeah, but it's difficult to be consistent. This is the problem. As I've said, there are too many umpires in a game. All have different tolerance levels. Teams like this, these team games like this, they're so subjective. It is not black and white for decisions. It's very subjective. And therefore, it's so difficult to get that 100% consistency. Exactly. An umpire will make a decision within a split second. The problem is, spectators and fans, they get to see replay after replay after replay, slow motion and things. Christ, Amati marked it. Jesus. So yeah, in these situations, I quite often stand by the umpire. or referee.
You do all your hard work in the early rounds, and then you cash in. And they've done all the hard work. They've softened up North Melbourne. You know, their confidence now starts to suffer. It's 46 points. They go into their
Oh, every game's important, Critter Gamer. Every game's important.
I like that analogy. Tim Zoo said he's going to do that tomorrow, guys. He's going to wear him down. You're going to be there in Newcastle.
Well, that's not quite a knock.
Goal.
There's a ton of time left in this, but Joel Martin.
I think we're going to be over 100 at some point soon.
Hayward's got 4, and they have their biggest margin of the game, the Swans.
I'm not saying you have any attachment to him, Lancelot, but just making the point, you know, that because it happens often, you know. I think Crows were upset about it happening because of the Swans last year or the year before, whenever it was, as well. Similar situation.
So the clearances this quarter, Brownie, is 7-1 in favour of the Sydney Swans.
Swans are dominant now, aren't they? They're really dominant.
Centre bounce clearance, 4-zip, get it forward. Anytime the North come out, they kick down the throat of the Sydney defenders. 4 marks to none from opposition kicks. Ball goes.
See the subs being made down here, guys, with Riley Hardman on and obviously Wicklock coming off. So hope his brother didn't come all this way to only see a quarter.
I think he'd still be pretty proud of the twin Moons, as I know you would be in a similar situation. He's got a first taste. Let's hope that he gets many more.
5 goals to 2 behind.
Can North show any sign of a? They're not going to come back. They're not winning this now. This is a Swans win, no doubt. Can North just pull it back to make it look a little bit more respectful? Because we've said about how North are able to score plenty of goals most games, and you know, most games they actually score enough to probably win a lot of games, but don't. I don't even think they're going to be in that situation there. I think Swans have been mostly the dominant team all game. They really have been. Certainly a good battle in the first quarter at least, but Swans have done a very, very good job. Even without the ball, they've done a great job. They've been pressing. Look at this, still pressing right now. Trying to really stop North getting it out their own half here. Look at this, it's brilliant play.
He's everywhere. Got a hand on that and thumped it out.
It's only taking you till the end of the third.
Really, really good play.
Good footy people say there is enough talent around in the lesser leagues if you go looking for it, and this guy is an example of that. He looks like he's played 100 games.
24-year-old, first season in the AFL, pick 41 in last year's draft. That was the pick they got for the Luke Parker trade. And Luke Parker's old number 26, and looks the goods from the scramble.
It's an indicator of how much they
4:30 left of the half, of the quarter. Sorry.
one of the club greats, premiership player.
Heaney starting to break clear. What a kick that is.
Heaney's made some ground today.
We're looking good. We are looking good. I think this is. I know it's against North, but I think this is possibly the best we've looked so far this season in the first load of games.
Goes on, and hopefully Goulden later on in the season. They're going to be a very powerful midfield group again. Add in Braden Campbell, who's had a couple of nice clearances as well.
Hanley, he looks a lot like the man who's replaced Tom Papley. Plays a similar game. Love to have that career. 4th match.
Whoa! Boom.
Just hooks it back nicely.
Nice. This is cracking. It's going to be a big lead, isn't it? It's going to be a really big lead, and I wish I did more. I thought it would be tighter than it was. I think this is the most confident Swans have looked so far, and yeah, I wish I'd predicted a bigger result now. This is not. North have not been doing what they have been doing in previous weeks, for sure. I'll take it, though. I will obviously take it.
Any midfielder once again. So I'd rather Isaac Heaney ends up with 15, 18 touches a game than 30 if he can get reward for his possessions like he did there. Great kick from Hanley too.
Heaney, the #1 rated player on the ground as it stands right now with 17 possessions to his name. There's quite a few out there with more possessions than that.
I think with Heaney today, I know I said that he's been a little bit invisible, but actually that's not always a bad thing. As the stats say, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes doing the basics is what you should be doing. And when you can do the basics really, really well, you sometimes are invisible, because you are supplying, you are creating the opportunities for the goal scorers, for example. So he's not really been prolific in front of the goal, but he's been playing well.
There's the short option to Scott.
Now, Howie, they've given up 5 marks from opposition kicks in North in this quarter.
Thinking the same, just really. I am thinking the same. I wish I did Swans to win by more, because yeah, we've been dominant, and I can't see North really getting many more goal opportunities. Oh, Parker. I say I can't see North getting closer, but then they just go and score. Still probably not enough.
That time they get it through, a bit of luck. Should have seen hit the scoreboard, Luke Parker. Anytime McKirch has been able to get that ball, I feel like something's happened. But Sydney's defence all across the board's been outstanding. We've spoken about
It really has. The defence for Swans has mostly been really decent. It's just the pressure. It's not even the defence. It's been the pressure that we've put on Melbourne, on North, when it's been in their own half. It's been so good. It's been positive. Do you know what I mean? It's been really positive. We haven't even had to have the ball, and we look like the better team, because we're making them panic. We're putting them under pressure. It's really, really good to see.
Some respectability.
Starts with a clearance, they get that. Simpkin. Curtis couldn't quite trap it. Bice again, clean-handed. And here goes Blakey. Short to Grundy.
Oh, Grundy's back on.
Broke a run of 7 goals in a row to the Swans.
That's not good for Simpkin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, wow. Moons will give us an update there.
Yeah, Denver, I do agree. They are getting there. They've got a fairly young team, haven't they, by the looks of it, and lacking experience. But as players mature, they do. I do think they need to bring in some maturer players, because you need the more experienced players around you to learn from. I think that's important. You know, if you think about Swans over the last however many years, they've had players like Buddy, for example, so that players can learn from him, get the advice, get the feedback and things as well. Behind. So yeah, maybe North are one of those teams that could do with a couple of extra experienced players just to gain the knowledge from them.
Hanson Jr. Nice little step. Provides a bit of spark. Blakey with a big fist. There is Bice, who just looks so comfortable, as Gary and John have pointed out. Rampy. Back laterally. Grundy. And a great contest with Cherry in the rough. Out of McCartan, who's looked assured down back, Gary.
To be able to add Riley by, like it's a King Beatson special, or someone will take responsibility to be able to identify him and add him to this side, and he has looked as polished as anyone out on the ground. It's just extraordinary. So this is what separates good teams from other teams. If you want to rebuild, you go to the draft, all that sort of stuff, and then you find a gem like this bloke.
Campbell White, he knew you were speaking about him. Here he is, Riley Bice.
The only issue you've got with a more experienced player, for North, for example, it'll be an experienced player who's on the kind of downward trajectory, because it's still North is not a good prospect to go and play for. So I think it's got to be that experienced player that maybe one of the top teams isn't really giving as much game time to anymore. And that's probably the only way they're going to get that sort of player. Bang. 98. We are definitely going over the 100. 39.98. Why did I not do a bigger score?
6:31.
Lancelot, I'm not really an American sports fan, to be fair. Like, basketball, yeah, I get it, I understand it. It just doesn't really appeal to me, if I'm honest.
Possession winner on the ground from a Sydney point of view, he and Jake Lloyd. And he gets
We were saying after the first quarter, although I still thought Swans were going to win, it was quite close. I thought that it might be the last quarter where North collapsed, but it has been the third quarter.
And they pick this bloke from nowhere. He comes from nowhere and slots in seamlessly.
Swans fan as a kid growing up as well, Riley Bice, so he's living out his dream. It's been the long route, but he's here now. He's arrived with
Wow.
a bang. Big term that for the Swans.
Third quarter over, 39-98. Ouch. North have collapsed. They really have collapsed.
Sydney 15-8, 98. North 6-3,
Yeah, there's a lightning strike that wipes out, gives all the Swans players a bloody a heart attack or something. That's the only way we're not getting there.
With Max now included on Foxtel, TV's an emotional roller coaster.
So that's how this got here.
And it's included on
See, this is the weird thing, though, if you think about it. Like I said, for finishing bottom or near the bottom, you are rewarded. Whether you agree or not, you are. It's a fact. You are rewarded for doing worse because you get a better draft pick, and that's the way your system works. So, yeah, it's still obviously a growing process, but you're getting an advantage, and certain teams over the last few years of me watching, last 4 years of me watching or whatever, haven't really progressed that much. And don't get me wrong, North are still, they're technically still doing better than they have the last few years, but they've not really progressed enough. Like I said, I think probably they're not going to make top 8 and maybe 14th and above, but yeah.
With Bridgestone Tech Check, you see what needs repairing now and what can wait, so you can go with confidence.
Definitely, Leanne. I think, yeah, definitely. You think, well, what you want is you want a big score now. You want a blowout because you want Swans to get the decent percentage here. Definitely.
Entry into the draw for a first-class trip of a lifetime, like first class in Emirates Suites.
Oh, I've got to turn this down just in case there's any music. Would you like 4 days in London? No, thank you. Actually, Charlie's gone to London today. She's gone to Harrods. Oh, God. Honestly, I am not a morning person. I can say that easily. I am not a morning person. I might go have a nap afterwards. 11:37. Not that I had to get up ridiculously early today, to be fair, because it was a 9:35 kickoff. 4 days in London. Why would someone fly 24 hours from Australia to only stay 4 days in London? No, it was they're advertising every advert a prize where you do like 4 days in loads of different locations like Paris and things like that.
That's super helpful.
What are you up to?
Just about a dollar.
So now I'm watching a bloody advert on double coverage activated. Yeah, right. Lovely, Vodafone. Hi, Miss Teenin. Okay. Hello from Poland. Welcome. Mars McGee, the real question is how bad are Melbourne? They got thrashed by North, and now North getting thrashed. Melbourne, oh God, what is going on with them? I don't know, Denver. I'd love to come back to Australia, but it's just so bloody expensive, and you have to. If the thing is, if I don't, I'm also a dog walker and a football coach, and with the dog walking, if I don't work, I don't get paid, and therefore I have to make the money back from the views, and it's a bit complicated. It's difficult because Australia is so far away. Why is it so far away? Why is there not a time machine or something, or I don't know, a laser projector thing where you can, some sort of Star Trek type machinery? But I would love to go to Gather Round because I love Adelaide. Adelaide's such an awesome city. I love it. Let's see what that does to the league tables now anyway. I don't know if it updates live on here. I don't know if it's updated yet. This is our 4th game, isn't it? So this can potentially put us up to 6th, potentially. Swans finish top 8. Yeah, we'll finish top 8 for sure. But then, yeah, the problem is then we've had all these conversations years ago about obviously would we move to Australia, and I don't think we would. And although we love Australia, Australia is such an awesome place, and I've explored so much of it already. It's so far from anywhere else. Like where we are now in UK, Europe is on our doorstep. Tomorrow I think it's probably a 3-hour flight, and we're in bloody Montenegro for Christ's sake. So many different places and cultures to see. It's awesome. Oh, not many then. A decent win by Broncos. Oh, let's turn this sound back up. It is the last quarter.
Hardiman. Where's that Keen? He's on his haunches too.
He is. Simpkin looks okay after that knock to the ankle.
Chad Warner's come off.
Juggles it back to Simpkin. Florent stops the chain.
I think we can rest some players now. Let's rest a few players. Last quarter, let's give some youngsters an opportunity, shall we? That would be a good idea, I think.
There's the bump there. He's up and about. The star.
Yeah, exactly, Mars McGee. It's even going from one city to another ain't easy. Although we did a lot of it when we were in Australia, to be fair. We did a lot of flights.
Floats it out in front of Curtis. See if he gets the pop bounce. He does, but being pursued. Been a brilliant addition to their defence, Wicks.
Melbourne North players wiping each other out.
The Swans.
Hi, Shane. Hello, mate.
Essentially recruited as a guy that they were hoping to replace Luke Parker. Now they move it with a bit more precision. Laddams. Bice.
Ball playing in easy. No one is even marking him. We're going over 100 now, I reckon. We are going over 100. Yeah. Yeah, Leanne, you're right. I think everyone is pushing away from the States now. The States will... and the problem is, though, my stocks and shares have plummeted. And I think everyone else is out. Oh, shanked it. Yeah, my stocks and shares are down, because of old Trump.
They're in tune, this Sydney Swans team. Play what's in front of you. If you want to go behind the footy, we'll use your man on the way through.
Paul wants someone to come towards him. Good
Oh,
diving, Mark Darling takes a chunk.
got a face full of soil.
Marble turf, there it is. Use a big old divot there. You need the sand bucket.
There used to be a sand pit here. Very long ago.
You be careful saying things like that. Took a broadcaster off air statements like that back in the day, Brownie.
Oh, yes, did too.
Oh, poor pass, poor pass.
Gee, beep, beep, beep.
Different owners now, I think, too, Brownie.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so. Well, they've got the hydroponic lights, haven't they? They've just got the grass in magnificent nick.
Have they now?
Why do people hate America? Because it's full of Americans, and it's the arrogance that they show. They think they run the world, and they will soon realise they do not, because everyone will team up against them.
Adams again. Not sure what he's going to do, and he takes a sneaky little bounce. Big P. He's provided some entertainment tonight.
That's the funny thing, top 40. You're so far away from even Melbourne and Sydney, and I can get to most of Europe in that time. Think of a European city, I can probably get there.
It's been a fair difference, hasn't it? Especially in the second half, goes the territory, 44-29, inside 50, so North are not going to be able to put up a decent score with only 29 entries. And the tackle count too, you're actually getting flogged on the scoreboard and you're beaten in the tackling as well, so I think that meant Alistair Clarkson be disappointed with North Melbourne's ability to press the opposition.
North have the Gold Coast in the Barossa.
They are allies, you're correct. But when America think they basically rule us and we do as we're told, people are fed up of it. People are fed up of it.
He spun out of a jam magnificently. Heads to Constanti. Thumped away by Lloyd.
I'm pretty sure we're allies with most countries in the world, to be fair, though.
Just compare that Lloyd effort there to the way that he refused to concede ground on the way out, and how easy it is for Sydney to find a free man with their North Melbourne opponent who just gives them 10 or 15 metres. Jake Lloyd said no, we're 60 points up, and he just closed down and sprawled it, got it out of bounds, and stays inside forward 50. There's the difference in a nutshell.
10-goal margin.
We are not over 100 still, though.
They have possession. Oh, bursting through. Man that came on as a sub. Too easy. Angus
Now we are. Now we are.
And the Swans doing an absolute number on North now.
105 to 39. It's a destruction. Absolute destruction.
Well, this is the difference. The goal in the end. So ball here.
that sometimes happens. Yeah, that sometimes happens, Critty Gamer. When the game is over, you talk about other stuff, and we are now moving on to how Trump is an absolute knob, just tanking all the stock markets, basically screwing over his own people by putting tariffs and things on. He's a clown. He's an absolute clown. JD Vance as well is a knob. He's an idiot. The abuse they gave as well to Zelensky was shocking. It's just, they look like idiots. They really look like idiots. And the world can see it.
Couldn't find a teammate with it. Sherry loops it. Hardiman. Oh, through the hands of Harry. Hardiman mops it up. Little chip. Parker. Powell. Larkey on the move. It's out in front. Zerha got up with one hand.
Well, Zerha, you need two hands, mate, to catch it. Oh, they were incredibly rude. It was disgusting. I think that was when the world really now joined and unified, didn't they? Definitely when the world unified and was disgusted. That was the start of a real backlash against Trump.
No vision peripherally there. They play around with it on the wing. In the end, they send it out of bounds. On the full. Try to reset quickly. Sheasel probably been North best to Tucker. McKercher.
I love that commentary. Sheasel has probably been North's best. That means absolutely nothing. When everyone else has been so bad.
Harry had about 4 touches in the chain.
It's an impressive kick, McKercher, isn't he? It's been on display a few times today. And just get the ball in these boys' hands, especially in the front half, North Melbourne.
Won a BNF in his first season. Just the 5th player to win a BNF in the comp's history. Under 19 years of age, goes inside. Clearing kick.
This is just confident, isn't it? This is just confident. We don't even have to try very hard at the moment, do we? Don't even have to try. I'm just surprised, like I said, I am just surprised how North collapsed so quickly. With how they started, I thought at least it would be till the fourth quarter until they collapse. No, they've died off very early. No. Oh, what a tackle.
Yeah, it's been sensational. Great buying from all the players today from Sydney.
I love that when you you just saw two North fans sitting in a massive crowd of Swans fans. It just doesn't look right.
Snaps it back around the face.
And it's been terrific. Been a really good night from Sydney. Had to work hard for it. You know, halfway through the second quarter, it was around the 15-point margin. But they cracked it open in the third quarter, and now they look to cash in. And it's been equally as disappointing for this Kangaroo side, who we expect.
Oh, I hate the chants. I just hate the chants. Sydney, Sydney. Oh, it just sounds awful. Think of a song. Yeah, Shane, mate. I did like a. What did I do? 12. I did a 12-point margin. That is nowhere near. Nowhere near. It's closer to a 120-point margin than it is a 12-point. Fans are leaving with 13 minutes and 40 left to go. Oh, he's just been speared as well. Sit down, mate. Sit down.
Hurt himself with the tackle there. He went as hard as he possibly could despite the scoreline. Sherry and Grundy to do it again. Sherry front spot.
Mate, yeah, I went for Carlton, didn't I think? Did I go for Carlton? I think I did.
Roberts, Jordan, Sheldrick, dance step, delightful. Can he hit a target? He hits Tucker.
Hard running lead. Been impressive as this man can stand. He's tried hard all night.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, he's given that insufficient intent. That was an accident, wasn't it?
Oh, no. I got the Carlton one right. Because I did Collingwood by 6, so I got a close score for that one. Geelong, I got a win. It was the bloody... I did Crows to win by 22. Brisbane, I got a close score. Yeah. I think my picks potentially are pretty good. I'm not sure about Freo. I did Freo to win by 8, but I'm not sure. Not sure. I'd like to think I'm going to get 8 out of 9 this week. Or 7 out of 8, sorry. Oh, God.
Chip into the middle to Hayward. Goes and gets in. Shrugs Tucker. On the wrong foot. Kicked it to Lloyd.
Oh, have I got 38 people in here? As the game's over, almost, this is when people join. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, do hit that like button. And subscribe, obviously. Hi, Jimbo. Jimbo was probably watching the NRL, I reckon.
Extended out to 66 points. Right, it's going. Could be a few more yet. Core Amadi, who's kicked 4.
Hi, Aussie Pie. Hello, mate.
Captain tonight. James by hand. Sheldrick racking them up. The run continues through Lloyd. He's got Sheldrick on.
Easy. Just kick it. Just give it a go. Why not? Oh, I didn't quite make it. Didn't put enough power into it. I think this is where Swans can just have a bit of fun now as well. Rest some players for the last little bit. Make sure there's no injuries come out or no suspensions and things.
His biggest possession game of his career, short to Powell. Parker, slick. McDonald got the short on. LDU found something when the ball was coming his way. Around his body.
Yeah, don't bet, mate.
Waits for the skip bounce. Hits the pause button. Hits the pass target.
Can North score?
Talked about it a bit against his old team this evening. Jacob Costanti on the Swans list for 2 years, didn't get a game there. This game 4.
Well,
every game this year.
honestly, Carlton have been so bad, haven't they? Carlton have been so bad. Nope. Nope. No goal. Yeah, Carlton have just been so bad. Honestly, it sums up my opinions about them, to be fair. It really does. They're not a good team. They're not exciting. They are boring. And if they make top 8, as the saying goes, I will eat my own hat. They are just not good enough. And it annoys me people haven't seen it already. Or at least I've seen it and I always get moaned about it.
Sheldrick hums one in towards Amadi, brought down. And pass whipped out by Tom Hanley. A retained possession.
I said it makes sense that people wouldn't have got a close margin this one, because I do think most people would have still picked not a ridiculously high margin, because North have scored goals, just not today. You know, there's no. This is the problem. There's been, if on evidence, Swans haven't actually won by huge results this year, or had huge scores margins, and North haven't given away huge score margins because they've scored. So, yeah, it's I think this is still pretty unexpected, because a lot of people, everyone in the chat at the start of the game, you know, including myself, said it should be a close game. So, yeah, this is slightly surprising how easy we've won this. But I will take it. I will take it.
A huge game next Friday night, Sydney Collingwood. Yeah. You've got to really look forward to that. They'll be confident. Obviously, Collingwood's been in red hot form as well. Sydney have, well, this is the best they've played this season. Certainly all come together defensively. They've been outstanding, and obviously they've been able to hit the scoreboard, especially in the second half.
Jerry spirals one out of defence.
I think at least Swans are now looking a little bit more as a unit again now, which is positive, isn't it? Because I think the first couple of games, it wasn't anything amazing, was it? But we are looking more of a team.
He's had 7 clearances. Sherry's been wholehearted again. You don't expect him to be closing down James Jordan, but too many easy exits for them. Just find a man at will, they can, the Swans.
Jordan doesn't want the shot. So then he just drops it to a dangerous area. McLean nearly, Comben, Daniel, Simpkin. That's better by foot.
So Sherry could have given that, but he elected not to. Sheasel.
Oh, is it? Okay. Nice. That's good about State of Origin. I really want the old international series to go ahead again, the international match, with a bit of Gaelic football and AFL. That would be fun. And then I could take a trip over to Dublin and have a nice little trip to Croke Park.
Daniel in the middle of the traffic. McLean getting back. Got a hand on it. Not the DeGrundy. Weaves his way through them.
Look how empty that stadium is now. There are a lot of people have left. A lot of people have left. Oh, I'd like international rules to come back just so I can go watch it.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Wide. Finally they go, oh, we'll have to have a shot at the corridor, and they close them down and turn it over.
Sydney make the intercept.
It is true. Literally, in the 4 years now, in the 4 years I've been watching and supporting, obviously I went to the grand final in 22, but we've been to now these 2 games and we have been awful. We've been awful in both those grand finals. It's so demoralising. Swans do so well through the last few seasons and then just collapse.
Markey misses a grab. Caleb Daniel tries to fashion something inboard. Might work out the power to Sheasel. Unusual little kick, but it works out. Here's some flow through the middle of the ground. McKercher saw red jumpers ahead. Davies-Uniacke missed McKercher. Now they miss Simpkin, so they're away. Just made a bit of a mess of it. Can Simpkin do something? He's got the overrun in Parker.
Oh, nice little bit of play. Out wide to Parker. Decent ball into the middle, but straight to Swans. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy and all that.
Number one intercept player on the ground. So add that to his ball use and his run and the fact that he's also... Is he still the number one inside 50 player? I think he is on the ground.
The top 7.
24 disposals, going at 83%.
This game is not very exciting anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's a great story, really. 24 years of age, and just goes to show.
Yeah, Yin, it has been a complete and utter collapse for North, isn't it? It's shocking. How can they fall apart so badly? They really have just absolutely collapsed. What's going on at the top there? A little bit of handbags at the top.
We saw Will White Thursday night, country boy, playing last year.
I don't think they're going to really... I think Swans have almost given up themselves now. I think Swans are bored on the pitch as well.
I can't believe we fell in.
Come on, boys. You should have known that, Gary. Your dad used to
Yeah,
play for him.
good shout, Mars. Maybe AFL needs to check on some dodgy gambling activities from players.
From outside 50, McLean's in a dangerous area.
Nope.
Common arrives, does well to spoil. Not infringe. Core. McDonald. Back to Comben. Core, not the required.
Press. Try and keep him in there. 50. Press Grundy. Get him, Grundy.
A lot of things to be impressed about tonight. But the way that Sydney continue to push here and their defensive running, if you're at the ground, you'll see how hard they're working defensively.
It's been a very slow quarter. And I think this is the time. So there's either two ways you look at this now. In this last quarter where nothing's really happened, I think you do two things. You do one of two things. You either take off the top players, get some youngsters on, give them their chance to have a go, and you're resting those top players, or you go hard. You go hard and you really try and get the goal difference up. I think that's one of the two things you should be looking at doing.
He's got a playing group that are invested in what he wants to do as a brand new AFL coach.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It's not like Longmire. We could win much with Longmire in the final, was it? Oh, Jesus. Yep, nice. Yeah, that's the thing, Jared. It's which one of those things do you do? You either push ahead or give youngsters a chance. Give them that match experience, which may be more vital, more important than actually getting the shot difference up. I don't know.
Review what's working, what's not, what do we need to tinker with, and you feel like it's all come together today.
Tom Hanley is another mid-season rookie draft pickup.
Straight down the middle. Yes, however, Mask, that said, our last two grand finals, we might as well have not turned up. We didn't get off the bus, did we? So, yeah. It did seem like Longmire had no ideas at all.
Sydney players, probably in the best 22 that are not out there through injuries. So opportunity for the younger ones. What's your depth like on your list? Yeah, you're going to be needed late.
Formula One is only good at the start and at the end, though. So I don't necessarily agree.
You know what you've got to go to in the placement of injured players. We've shown some good signs.
9 goal to 1 second half. So go in at half.
Crazy, isn't it? This is a crazy game, really. The collapse is real. It is really real.
Turned the clearance game back round on its head, so they're owned all aspects of the game, and that's been as impressive for Sydney as it has disappointing for the way that the Kangaroos have just folded.
Game high 71-point margin. More still to
Just North and not. Like, I know they've started off slightly better and they're looking okay, sort of, until today. But they still are not a good prospect for players to want to go to. Do you know what I mean? If it's, oh, which team would you choose to play for? It would not be North, would it? It wouldn't be North.
Half-time's been really worrying, the amount of space they've given this Sydney side.
Simpkin stepping. Now Hardiman. Winds one forward.
Oh, nice by McCartin. Just sat in front of the player. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. This game has become very, very dull. Ugh. I will obviously take the result, though. I will obviously take the result. I know. That's the problem, isn't it? That is the problem. They just have to pick the correct drafts and force players to go there.
I don't know when's the last time that Nick Larkey's gone through a game without actually scoring at all. And this might suggest that he gets on the scoreboard. His record...
yeah, it depends. Denver, if North are the only team to offer you money, then yes, you would go. But if other teams are on the table, I think the only team I wouldn't go to over North is West Coast, because they are really crap. Oh, good kick. They finally score. They finally score.
Some late joy for the Kangaroos. He's number one of over 200 goals, Brownie. Plugger is 3, Hudson is 4, Matthew Lloyd is 5, and the great Percy Jones from the Blues is number 2.
Peter Jones, it threw you a little bit, that table.
It did. When I saw Peter Jones...
Decent goal, that was. Really decent goal. Cal, I think he means if someone was offered $1 million to go to North. Depends what other players are on.
Right foot out to the boundary. It's just because he's got that left-right curl.
Who was the other
Just follow this here.
left to righter? Should come to Australia.
Tom Hawkins
there it
very
is.
good at
Tommy
it.
Hawkins is a big left to righter.
Also said in that article that...
Oh, yeah. St Kilda are one of those teams that historically don't win things, right? If I'm correct.
6 steps on the walk in and then kick it over. It's an amazing routine.
Like, I'm not sure if playing for West Coast is even a step up from playing at a VFL, is it?
Look how he ran the message out at 3 4 time.
Blighty used to say that some balls are right-handers, some balls are left-handers. And he used to spin there. He did. And that's what Larkey virtually said. That's a 50-metre penalty.
This is the final insult here for Alistair Clarkson and his team. It's a turnover probably sums it up.
1 minute 27. We're going to get a 50-metre penalty. It's going to be a goal, surely. Also, $1 million isn't that much, really, for playing a professional sport. Because that's only like £600,000. So it's still not nothing. But it's not life. It's probably not life-changing necessarily. Well, it's life-changing, but not. It's not going to support you for the rest of your life. Goal. 117.
You've got to be able to kick, and this is another team, and the good teams up towards
Yeah,
part of the ladder.
that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, but like, who buys? Not many people buy a house or apartment outright, do they? But yeah, no, it's not life-changing necessarily.
He's a beautiful kick. They got stacks of them as well.
I'd prefer £1 million. £1 million, I wouldn't mind. $1 million, less so.
At 46%. So, you just need to do a better job with that, the ball use.
Dean Cox will be enjoying this. His other victories have been by, I think it was 3 points or 4 points.
Is that not because there's nothing else going on in Perth? Sorry, that's a mean dig. Oh, we're gonna get. Are we gonna get 2 goals for? Are we gonna get 2 goals for North?
I kept Nick Larkey to nothing. He might end up with 2.
So there's the pointing of the ball. Squeeze it in. I think takes 6 steps and then a couple of skips.
10 spins of the footy.
Yep. There's the 6 steps.
Oh, he does. How did he know that?
And if all is on target.
Nice, yeah.
Is increasing, so 2 late ones for the dead-eye dictatorial.
How did he know? He does 6 steps and then a little funny shuffle.
Just feels like that broadens his margin for error.
Yeah, he's of the belief that if he kicks it at 80% and it doesn't hit his foot spot on, it'll correct itself in the air. That's his theory.
Hey, I would happily have the same situation as the hook-trois girl happened to me, to be fair. 15 minutes of fame. She's raked in a lot of money. She's given a lot of money away as well, which is quite good. I would happily be that. I'd happily be the hook-trois girl.
Probably Nick's career, Nick Larkey, but what he is, he's wholehearted and he keeps trying.
Yeah, he always does
he
that.
Will keep presenting.
He's a fantastic character.
Yep, he is.
Few seconds remaining.
30 seconds. Maybe Swans can score one last one. We're on the attack. Oh, just over the head and the hands. We're playing on. Boom. Ooh. Last kick of the game.
He's got the distance in his leg.
Can we get the last goal?
17 disposals. He's kicked the goal.
That was just pressure again, though, wasn't it?
The siren has gone.
Refusing to concede an easy out.
Can we score?
To add one more to the scoreline. Blasts it long.
No.
Brings it back a little, and it doesn't score.
Well,
The Sydney Swans
game over.
lost their
We'll all listen to the
this season.
Sydney song.
Stood up tonight. A demolition job.
By day and by night, raise that noble banner high. Yeah, fairly confident, fairly easy. They really collapsed, didn't they? And that's it. That's how long have we been streaming for? Christ, 2 hours and 42. God, I might go have a nap. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, again for joining me. We've averaged probably over 30. I'd like to get more. I'd like to average now 40, and I will do my best to keep up the live watch-alongs. Try and do once a week, hopefully. But thank you so much, everyone. You guys are awesome, and have an awesome rest of your weekend. I'm not sure the prediction video this week may be coming from Montenegro, or it will be on Thursday. Obviously, then the only problem is the first game's on Thursday, so I'll see. I will try and get the prediction videos out in usual time on Wednesday. We will see. But thank you so much. If you haven't already, as I said, please do like and subscribe. And as always, guys, I will catch you next time.